The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the players. Welcome back to our friends in the chat. Hello, Wiley Hobbit. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you all. Shout out to Minnetonka, the home of the Tonka truck and the
moccasin.
That's right, the moccasins. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the Spear Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master and friend, and we are going to be playing. What are we playing again? Dungeons and Dragons in the wonderful world of Greyhawk. It's been 2 weeks, and I swear to God, that 2 weeks makes a huge difference when I try to remember what the hell is going on. But I think the next thing that we do is introduce you to the friends. And here are the friends. Hello, friends. Welcome in. Welcome back. We got new hairdos, new backgrounds. Bleak's got new fronts, and Shelly's got more plants.
I didn't do anything to my hair. It just grows.
It looks good. It looks really good. Different. It looks like it's styled.
Meanwhile, there's a 10-person crew just behind that curtain.
Yeah,
makeup and hair.
Me every time that you change the camera angle.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I want to go around the table here and have my friends introduce themselves to you. And tonight we're going to start with Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Welcome back.
Oh, hey. Thanks. I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to do here. I'm Shelly. You can find me on Twitter at RealFleaMonkey and Twitter in the chats. Tonight I'm playing Nori Bibblespark, the Hexblade Warlock, 3rd level, still, Forest Gnome.
Oh, I heard that.
Who will be, again, someday, a pomegranate of death to baddies. But not today.
Wow.
Why not?
Delicious and full of seeds.
Just an ordinary little, yes, and that. Just a little gnome. Ordinary.
The little bib.
The little spark of our lives. Thank you, Shelly, for coming back and playing with us. I love the horticulture work that you're doing off camera and in your spare time. It's beautiful. Yep. Let's jump over to Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Welcome back. Great hairdo.
Oh, thanks. I put some stuff in it and then I let it dry.
Some product?
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. Maybe I'll be on Blue Sky sometime soon. Waiting for my invite, Blue Sky. All right, and I'm playing for you tonight, Xanthi, the golden girl who is a changeling and a sorcerer. So, yeah, she likes to light things on fire, and now she can turn into all the people she wants to. Sometimes, when it works.
I'm terrified to find out where that's going to take us, because that's only going to cause trouble, I'm pretty sure. Possibly getting you all killed, but, that's the fun of this game. Glad that you're back, Ashley, and I'm glad that we were able to pull this crew together. Let's jump over to Bleak Season. Hello, Christian.
I have a question.
Ask it.
Was Gump Worsley from Minnesota?
I believe so. Actually, I don't know that for a fact, but I have mad respect for that fella.
We don't talk about him much anymore, but
What does it say on the back of the card? Doesn't it have some stats?
It says that he hates to fly and prefers to train.
I do remember that. Old Gump. He's made an appearance in some of our games in the past, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Just reference to.
He flops to the ice more than any goalie.
So you got to shoot high. Go for the upper corner.
Mm-hmm. Toy department.
That's right. He's a little round man with a great sense of humor.
That's what it says on his card?
Yeah.
All right.
The Gump.
The more you know.
Right here on my desk, whenever we stream, I just put Gump right there, and, Hey, I'm the Bleak Season. You can find me at the Bleak Season on Twitter. And around here. And I play Lachlan Feldspar. A dwarf with you know, a little bit of an electrician's background. And yeah, shocking to say the least. Dwarf cleric. And yeah. I'm not sus like most of my group mates. I'm like in a group with a whole bunch of sus people. I'm like just this kind of straight arrow, straight shooting, you know, cleric, kind of all around normal guy, and I'm in a group with these suspicious people.
Yep, just the agent of a god that no one's ever heard of.
That's right. Nothing to see here.
Well, thanks for coming back. Thanks for bringing Gump back into the orbit of this channel, because Gump is awesome. We love Gump.
We need to bring him back. Thanks, Wiley, for the information. Hey, born right here. Nice.
Montreal. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Let's jump over to Andy. Andy, can you hear us?
Hey, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I muted?
No, you're good.
I'm muted? Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and on the Twitters and on our Discord sometimes. Tonight, I will be playing Desmond Adelar, a third-level human rogue, down to only one curse. And yeah, looking to get back into it in Twilight Falls.
Heck yeah, you're gonna get into some shit for sure. Andy, your audio is a little low, I would say. All of the sudden, yep. But that's okay. We can hear you. Andy is streaming in from a remote location that we cannot disclose the whereabouts of for reasons that we can't tell you about either. It's very suspect on what's going on. But that nevertheless, that's what's going on. Hey, you guys, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys coming over and playing on this off day. I want to mention that we have a sponsor giveaway tonight. Our friend at CZRPG, Christian, and his crew are going to be giving away tonight a copy of Sit Nalta. Nalta is a place where people stand a lot. It's a really interesting setting where standing is not cool. No, I'm just kidding. It's an awesome 5th edition supplement, just like they do. A bunch of lore, a full setting to drop into your campaign or create a campaign based on this. You've got encounters, stat blocks, custom artwork, so many maps, and Jeremy Kimbrain gets in on the maps too, if you're familiar with Mimic Maps. Just beautiful stuff. So if you want to get in on that giveaway, !drawing, Andy's going to show you how to do it. It's very simple, y'all. It's very simple. !drawing, and you could be the lucky winner of this digital giveaway tonight. I think that's it for updates. I want to quickly shout out that we do have a regional map this week, Bleak. And that regional map, my friends, was crafted by none other than Anna B. Meyer. I'm going to give her a quick shout out. If you don't know Anna B. Meyer's amazing Greyhawk maps, go check out that link to see all of the awesome stuff that she's been doing for the world of Greyhawk. Super inspiring. Awesome. Our logo right above our heads was created by our friends at Trixie Wizards. Thank you, Aaron and Adam. Awesome folks to work with. We really appreciate them. And if you want to get in on the giveaway, of course, !drawing is all you have to do. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. It's been 2 weeks. I never remember what to do, but I think we're good. Are we good? Does anybody else have any announcements? Bleak, would you make sure that you tell us what's going on later this week?
Can you hear
What's
me
going
now?
on later this week? Yeah, we're starting on Thursday, a new Shadowrun campaign. It's going to be 3 weeks, 3 episodes that my friend Andy here is going to produce, and that we got some wonderful players, including the Mandy, and a bunch of other people are going to play in it. So it's going to be 3 weeks of Shadowrun, and I mean, I think that's that it. I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's exciting news, man. Shadowrun. We have not had a Shadowrun game on the channel before. It's very excited. I know it's one of your favorites. So
Lifeblood, man.
Yeah,
Lifeblood.
I can't wait to see you run that game in that awesome cast. It's going to be so good. Yes, thank you for making sure to get that plug in there. That is on Thursday night, folks. So come on back to Guild Spirit Thursday and get in on that action. All right, my friends, let's get into a quick recap of what happened last week. Shall we? We shall. All right, so in our last session, You paid a visit to Gromlin Howards, the gnome in charge of operations in Twilight Falls. The party offered to help Gromlin with his lizard folk problem in exchange for the gnome's help finding a missing person, intentionally concealing the name of your quarry, Charal the Druid. Gromlin agreed to help you and suggested that first you visit the old logging camp, where there had been reports of lumbermen disappearing in the nearby woods. Not only would there be leads to follow, but there might also be vacant cabins to stay in, and who knows, maybe you could start your career as lumberjacks. Who knows? A deal was struck, and you made your way to the logging camp, where you spoke with foreman Whitmer Tarborg, who confirmed that 3 of his lumbermen had gone missing. A blood-splattered crime scene in the forest suggested a struggle occurred. Expecting to hear about lizard folk and that sort of thing, you instead got an earful about the Green Jerkin Rangers, who had been giving Whitmer grief about his logging practices in the nearby forest. Nevertheless, you formulated a plan to investigate the missing lumbermen, but only after getting a rest and spending some quality time at the local grog house. The establishment that you visited was relatively quiet, save a pair of nervous halflings, travelers, Izzy and Finn, who had stopped for a bit of food on their journey east. They shared information from the road, a tall tale of a dragon perhaps hunting the wildlands to the north. The barkeep Thaddeus shared a story of a pair of minstrels who'd been routed out of town after one of them was caught cheating at cards. A group of minstrels that you had heard about before, the Rebel Hearts. After a midday bender, or at least Nori kind of tied one on with some of the spirits. Nori, you visited the general store where you revealed your intentions to explore the forest to the north and attempted to gear up. I think, even if I remember correctly, that tents were purchased. And we know what that means in this world of Greyhawk. Yes, you bought a pair of tents. You argued over paying a quick visit to the creepy fog-shrouded island that I've been dangling out in front of you. The island being rumored to be filthy with monster ghosts and ghost monsters and the like. But you were persuaded by Lachlan's rather stern encouragement, and you put thoughts of the island behind you. You returned to the cabin to get your rest. You allowed, shall I say, or assigned your friend Spug Noir to take the watch, the first watch of the night, his first watch, his first solo watch. He was so excited, Spuggy. And he did not wake a single one of you up. In fact, he fell asleep himself in the middle of the night. And that, Desmond, is when you rouse from your slumber. You look around and you see your friends sleeping. You see Spug Noir sitting in a chair, but his head kind of flopped over, snoring. It's quiet in your little cabin, crowded too, but quiet. What do you do?
Figures. Look at him sleeping away. Des will get up and just kind of quietly walk to the door and start. Like, does the door have windows? Is there windows out the front of the cabin?
There are 2 windows on the front of the cabin. The door itself does not have windows. And those are the only windows in the cabin. Pretty simple.
2 windows on either side of the door? Did you say? Sorry.
Yep, exactly.
He's gonna peek out one of them just to be sure that there's no one outside.
Yeah, you look outside. As best you can tell, it must be the middle of the night. You can see some moonlight shining down, but it's fairly dark. No activity that you can see from the windows.
All right, Des is gonna quietly slip out of the cabin.
Okay. You open the door. Why don't you give me a stealth check?
I don't even have my character sheet open. Sorry.
All this time we thought Des was possessed by the dagger, but it was the dagger that was possessed by Des, wasn't it?
You guys are lucky to be alive right now.
I'm pretty sure that's an 18.
Okay, yeah, you're able to slip out without any of the others noticing a thing. You close the door behind you gently as you just take one last look in and you see your companions asleep. What is your intent?
Dez is gonna look around the camp a little bit. He's gonna go around. He'd like to just kind of walk out to kind of like the main area and just see if there's like people milling about. But he's gonna kind of stick to the sides of the clearing, because he doesn't want to be seen.
Okay, so you're skulking about the camp looking for activity, and you don't find any. It is quiet. There's no watch. There are a couple of cabins and some tents nearby that you assume are occupied, but you don't see any people.
Hold on 1 second.
That's better in terms of your mic volume.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna start going up the path to where he thinks those warehouses are.
Okay.
But trying to sneak. Like
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Sticking to the edge of the woods near the trail.
Okay. Yeah, you have a faint idea of where these warehouses are. I believe that you had maybe even talked with somebody who had mentioned the warehouses, Grauman's warehouses. But there are some people walking about, maybe walking home from the grog house. They appear to be intoxicated and they don't notice you at all. But the grog house, whatever candle or lantern light that may be glowing from inside during an evening at the grog house, it is dark. There's nothing happening there. You walk past the smithy, the general store, all of them are closed up. And you make your way down past the crossroads in town towards where the warehouses are. And you can see that there are two rather large buildings that have no windows. And they appear to be large storage houses.
No windows. Are there
No.
any guards there that you can see?
Give me a perception check and give me another stealth check.
Oh, that last one was higher than an 18. Sorry. It was 21.
Well, that's even better.
Perception is... Oh, which one did you want first?
Give me
perception?
a perception check first, please.
11.
Okay. You look about and you can't see anyone at the moment, but you're a little ways away. You might have to get closer if you want to actually investigate this warehouse. What was your stealth check?
Natural 20 for a total of 28.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. You're able to stealth forward, quiet in the shadows. There's plenty of dark spaces to hide. And as you get to the corner of one of the warehouses and sort of post up against the wall, maybe behind a small wood pile, you can hear voices. Can't make out what they're saying, but you can hear voices on the other side of whatever wall you're up against. And then you hear a door open. It's out of view, but you can hear the door open and someone has walked out of the door. You can hear footsteps crunching in the leaves.
So trying to get the lay of the land, I'm kind of like on the side of one of the warehouses, and from one of the ends, I hear someone come out.
Exactly.
All right. And that's where the conversation is coming from, or is that coming from a different side?
Conversation seems to be coming from the wall, from on the other side of the wall that you are currently up against. Let me see if I have a map.
There's a map for that.
There's always a map, isn't there? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a map right there. All right, Des. So you are currently right here by this wood pile at the north side of this map. And you can hear now. You can't see it?
No.
Okay, let me see here. Can
No,
anybody
you
else
have
see
to.
it?
Yeah, scroll your mouse, and you're gonna see it's kind of off to the side a little bit. You have to.
Oh, you know what I can do? I
it.
can do this. I can do a sync view. There we go.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, Des. So you are, thanks, Bleak. You are right here.
Yep.
And actually, there is a window. I forgot. There's a window right where you're at, shining a little bit, glowing up. I hadn't looked at the map for a while. All right, so there's a window there, and you can see there's a little bit of light coming out of the window. You can hear voices on the other side as you are perched behind this pile of logs. And now you can see that there is indeed someone walking out in this direction, and they step up to the shrubs as if they're having a conversation with the shrubs. You're not sure what they're doing.
Am I kind of crouched down behind this wood pile?
Yeah,
right
you're
now?
fully hidden.
All right. I'm just gonna stay here and see if I can kind of hear what's being spoken about, like trying to listen in on that conversation.
Okay. What was your... Roll me another perception check here.
Damn it. Same. I think that's an 11.
It's weird because the people must be moving around. Whoever's talking inside must be moving because you can hear the voice for a while and then it kind of drifts away. But you believe that you overheard something about a new crew in town. Greenhorns of some kind.
Well,
What's up, Creep? Welcome in.
Definitely doesn't want to get caught. He's gonna hang out right here just to see if this other guy that kind of walked out up here is gonna move.
Yeah, he pulls his pantaloons back up from his knees, and he starts walking back.
Oh, he was having a conversation.
He was having a conversation with the shrubs. He walks back. You hear him say something to his fellow here, and he disappears inside the building.
All right,
What do you want to
the
do?
entrance is down there somewhere.
Yep.
Des is gonna back up a little bit and to go around the back side of the building.
Okay.
And see if I can look in this window.
All right. So you're gonna move back over here.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can totally look in that window, but give me a stealth check so that just to see if anybody sees you.
Oh, another natural 20.
Okay.
28.
All right. So you poke your head up, and I'm going to see if I can get rid of this fog of war. I am just getting used to this. Let's see. I don't want to do that. I know there's a way to do it. I don't know if there's a way to do it.
What are you trying to do?
I just want to get rid of part of this fog of war.
Well, it depends how you built it.
Isn't there like a cutaway tool or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm going to try the cutaway tool.
There you go.
Did that work?
It did, but
For
it
a
went
second,
back.
and then it went back.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Fog cutting tool.
Yeah, but you probably have to click the scissors. Now you're adding fog.
That time you're adding.
Lame.
Fucking new technology.
There you go. There you go. Oh, you had it.
For a second.
Where did it go?
Stay.
Covers back up.
Do you have to hit like apply or save or?
I have no idea.
Attack gremlins.
Bear with us, people.
It's
We've
not.
never
This is
streamed
not a
before.
tech row, and this is a user. This is user error.
User
This is
error.
user error.
Yeah,
Code 15. Code 15.
I don't understand it.
It's so hard to manage Windows right now.
Well, we could all do the wave while we're waiting.
I wonder what Xanthi is thinking about as she's dreaming.
I don't know.
What's Nori dreaming about right now?
What the fuck?
Dwarves.
Hot dwarves.
Sexy. How do I get
Dwarven
rid of this thing?
holidays. Well, do what you were doing,
Yeah.
but then was there like on the tool? Is there like a little check mark that you apply the change with, or something that pops up?
I don't know.
That that's working. That worked.
That worked? All right.
Yep.
Weird. Oh my god. This is so stupid.
I
All
mean,
right.
it's working
Yeah.
slowly.
10 minutes later.
I get the gist.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. All right, so that's what you're looking at. Wow.
Success.
Kind of. You should see what my screen looks like, though. It's so bizarre. There's like all these little polygons everywhere. All right, so you look inside and you can see that there are 7 men inside the space. And it looks to be having some food. Why they're up at this hour, nobody knows, but it appears to be some sort of a barracks of some kind. There are doors to the south, right in this area here, double doors that head into a fog enshrouded area that we will see if we can reveal later, maybe, depending on what you do here. Anyways, so that's what you see. These men are having a conversation. You can hear them a little bit better now. One of them heads south and goes through these doors and closes the door and disappears. Give me a perception roll as you listen to their conversation. We'll see if you get some information.
Horrible perceptions. 9.
That's not great. So you
No.
heard about how they're talking about some new crew that's in town that Gromlin has hired to deal with the lizard folk problem. You hear them talk about how they look like a bunch of greenhorns, but Gromlin's, testing them out, maybe seeing if they've got potential. And then they also are talking about one of them has golden eyes. Kind of strange, a little off-putting if you ain't ready for it. You also hear them talk about how there's something special. They don't know what it is. They talk about how they're kept in the dark about things, but how there's something special being stored in the warehouse. Something really special, and that there are merchants coming from Greyhawk for a pickup. And with a 9, that's all you get.
All right, Des will start making his way south.
You should go in. You should go in.
Do it. Do it.
No, I don't have charisma. I have stealth. So I'm gonna start moving south, like down this way, to see if I can get a peek inside this warehouse somehow. What I believe to be the warehouse portion of the building.
Okay.
So are there any windows on this side or anything?
There are no windows on that part of the building. Only, it appears, as you haven't really gone all the way around, but if you were to go all the way around this building and look about, you would not see any other windows aside from that living space. Everything else seems to be boarded up.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Go in. Break the window.
Well, somebody's in that room, so breaking a window wouldn't be a great idea.
Yeah, you said there were no windows, though, right?
That's probably the meth lab there.
There's no windows in the main part of the building. The only light you can see coming out of this building are through the windows that are in this living space.
how high is the roof?
It's almost a 2-story.
So
kind of
does
a
it look like there's a
peaked
second
roof.
story on this thing?
Maybe. Hard to tell. You gonna climb?
I'm gonna go further down to the back side of the building
Okay.
and just check the walls, make sure check for any kind of like holes in the wall or any damage or anything that looks like I might be able to crawl through or just by chance.
Okay. Sure. Give me an investigation check. And give me a stealth roll as well.
Okay, investigation is 18
Okay.
and the stealth is 17.
Okay. You get to about here on the southern end of the wall. And it's a stone foundation that goes all the way around this building. Solid stone. But you do find as you're poking about, well, thank you, Fantasy Animal Vegan. Andy, you just got a couple of advantages from our friend Fantasy Animal Vegan. You do find that there is a large blue stone that appears to be loose in the foundation. You'd have to pull it away to see what's behind it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
So how would I go about doing that?
Give me a strength check first.
Okay.
These are pretty sizable stones for this foundation.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying. Oops. Shoot.
And you do have some advantages. Although you might want to save those. 30 feet per round. 60 if he dashes.
I'm a rogue. I can do some things as far as running. Okay, strength. F. What is it? A strength roll? Just straight
Yep.
strength?
Yeah, you can do athletics. Athletics works.
Natural 20.
What? Holy cow! Are you
Nice. Is that
rolling like
3 of
physical
them?
dice
You're like
or
a superstar tonight.
nothing
this
but
guy.
He's
20s,
a
yo?
super agent. All right, so you're able to get the rock sort of moving a little bit. Now give me a stealth check as you start to pull. A rock
Okay,
scrapes when it scrapes
This I'm
against
gonna
rock.
Use one of my advantages for.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 22.
Okay, Desmond, you rascal, you are very. Thank you for the advantage for the Dungeon Master, Fantasy Animal Vegan.
Hey, stop that.
You are extremely careful, and you go slow. You have to go slow to do this, and so it's like you're sweating a little bit. You're pulling the rock out of the foundation. It's barely making a scraping sound, only barely audible to you. You're doing a really good job as you pull it out, and as you set it to the side, you look underneath, and it's just dark. You guess maybe that it goes underneath the floorboards.
Of the building?
Mm-hmm.
Is it big enough for me to crawl into?
You look inside, and it looks like there's enough space.
Okay, I'm gonna go in.
Now, keep in mind it's pitch black in there, so you're not gonna be able to see anything.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm gonna stick my head in.
Hey, little bones.
See if I can see like any light shining. If I can perceive any kind of light under there.
Okay. Give me a perception check. As you look in, you hear footsteps on the floorboards. The boards are creaking above the area that you're in. Uh-oh.
17 perception.
17. You see a little bit of light coming through the cracks of the floorboards. You start, as your eyes adjust, you can see that it doesn't go very deep in because it hits like another stone foundation. There's like a little crawl space right around the edge there. But I just used my advantage from Fantasy Animal Vegan. Thank you very much. You start to hear a growl.
Inside the hole?
You're not sure. You're not sure if it's inside the hole or above the floorboards or what. And then you hear someone from inside say, "What is it, boy? What is it? You got something, boy?"
All right. Des will slowly back away. They have dogs.
You hear someone shout from inside, "I'm gonna let the dog out. I think he's got something."
Fuck. All right, Des is gonna start quietly. He's gonna try to put the stone back so he can't be noticed.
Give me another strength check.
Oh my God. Okay, that's pretty good. 19 plus athletics. Sorry.
Yep.
New computer. 21.
Okay. Yeah, you get it. You're putting it in. Give me a sleight of hand check as you're like trying quickly to get this thing in without making a ton of noise.
Okay, I'm gonna use another one of my advantages.
Smart.
It's crazy.
You hear a bark.
Oh. So that's 25.
Jesus. Yeah, you get it in there and there's a dog coming. Like you heard a bark just as you get the stone into place. You look at it, you're like, shit, that's good enough. It's close.
Which way did I come from?
You came from the south of this map.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna start. I don't want to get caught by this dog. So, last thing Des wants to do
Are
is
you
raise
running?
an alarm. I'm gonna quietly back away. Maybe about 15, 20 feet, and then just start booking it.
All right, roll initiative.
Are you serious?
Yep. I want to see if this dog catches you.
Des versus dog. There can be only one.
All right. That is 20.
All right, you have initiative. You can hear the dog bark again. It says, and you hear a voice, "What is it, boy? Come on, get him, boy, get it!" And the dog comes barreling around. It's this large mastiff, just a hulking dog that comes racing around the corner and starts running towards where you were. You
All right,
step
so
into
I'm
the
just
shadows and see it coming, and it is going to start sniffing for you. So what do you want to do? You have the initiative.
I'm going to. Well, let's see.
Keen hearing and smell is one of their traits. Did you bring like a ribeye or a T-bone that you can drop? Classic.
Fantasy Animal Vegan just gave you another advantage there, Dave.
Oh shit.
Can layout wise, is he coming around?
Don't worry about the map. The dog is
Okay.
coming for you. What are you gonna do?
All right, he's gonna run. He's gonna run for now, so he can 30 feet of movement,
Mhm.
and then he can
Bonus action dash
bonus action dash, which
and
is
use
another-
action to move. So you can move 90 feet.
Yeah, 90 feet.
All right. So you're gonna take off running?
Yeah.
All right, you take off running, and the dog runs over to where you were playing with the foundation and dealing with the rock and is sniffing that, and then turns and starts chasing the scent. So at this
Right.
point, the dog is going to be chasing you. We won't go like initiative by initiative order, but just give me the how you're going to get away from this dog, and then we'll do a roll or two to see if you get away without getting bit.
All right, so Des is gonna roll. Keep running, and find like a big trying to find like a tree he can possibly climb.
Oh yeah, there's trees all over the place. Not a
Alright.
problem. So you're gonna climb a
But
tree.
like far away. So like maybe run like another 60 feet and look for kind of something to hide behind.
Okay. So you're gonna hide. You're gonna climb up a tree, and then once you get in the tree, what are you gonna do? Because the dog is gonna run up and basically tree you.
I'm gonna wait till the dog gets within 90 feet.
Yep.
So maybe when he gets within like about 40 feet of me,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna cast sleep on the dog.
Very cool. All right, so you're running, and you can see the dog. Like, I just watched Cujo. I just rewatched Cujo. Terrible movie, but I'm thinking Cujo at this point. It's running, just slobber coming out of its mouth as it's chasing you. It sees you now, and it's coming at you. You can hear it coming up behind you. It just it barks a few times. You turn around and you cast your spell on it.
Yeah.
All right, give me your roll for the sleep.
Okay, so that is 5d8.
5d8.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even worry about rolling. It works because you'd get, at the very least, you're gonna get 5. It has 5 hit points. So
Oh, okay. I
as you
rolled
turn and
17.
it's like just about ready to jump at you, you cast your spell and it just kind of like stops and looks at you for a minute, and then it just sort of like slowly just gets down, puts its head on its paws, and just and goes to sleep.
All right. So
Hey,
Des will
you
kind
hear
of
voices though now shouting, but they're in the distance.
now Des is gonna just start
All
booking
right.
it back towards the cabin.
Yeah, you make it back to the cabin. They don't catch up to you. You had a pretty good head start on you. The dog is snoozing away, and then you get back to the cabin. You're gonna try to sneak back in, or you're just
Yeah.
gonna bust right in.
No, he's gonna sneak back in. He's trying to do this all quietly.
All right, give me your last stealth roll of the night here, or of this little bit.
No, not bad. 18.
You quietly open the door, and then you quietly close it. You look around. Everybody seems to be asleep, and you climb back into your bedroll. And as you like nestle in, you can hear Spug Noir. Oh, shit! I must have fallen asleep. Suppose I should wake somebody up for their watch. There's nothing going on tonight. I'll let them sleep get some rest. They need it. And with that, you close your eyes and you try to go to sleep, probably your heart pounding, the adrenaline still coursing through your veins, but you do indeed finally fall asleep. And all of you, the next morning, the birds tweeting wake you up. You can hear bird songs and the sawing and hammering of the men already at work in the logging camp. The rest of you wake up.
Do the rest of us get a long rest?
Everybody gets a long rest.
Does
Oh
Des get a
man,
long rest?
Desmond gets a long rest.
Oh, nice.
did I sleep through my watch?
Nobody
Um,
woke me up either.
I just
Hey, yes, Spug.
handled it. I just handle it. It's fine.
Aren't you tired now?
Must
Well, I
be
gotta-
exhausted.
Did you stay
Yeah,
up all
I
night?
am. I'm really tired. Yeah, I'm super tired. You don't even need
You
to
fell asleep,
roll.
didn't you?
You don't even have to roll insight. He's well rested.
He fell asleep.
I choose not to answer that question, Desmond.
Is Spug a part elf? Or
Not to your knowledge.
okay.
But yes, the day is yours, my friends. I assume that you are going to link up with Carl, the lumberjack.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you easily find Carl. Carl's waiting for you when you make your way out of the cabin. You probably eat a little bit of food. There's sort of like a lumberjack camp food set up where there's some pancakes and some eggs and bacon. And they happily share with you. Although Gromlin kind of looks at you disapprovingly. So when are you gonna be like getting to work then?
As soon as I finish these pretty awesome pancakes here.
They're pretty good,
Yeah,
aren't
great
they?
cook. Yeah,
Yeah.
great cook you got.
Thank you. Thank you. Carl, I think they're ready to go. Look, good luck with the jerkin hunt. Just take them out. We don't need them around here anymore. Shoo them off, scare them away, whatever you need to do. Find our boys as well. Secondary objective, but just as important. Good luck.
Okay,
And
then.
he walks away. And Carl, you see Carl. Carl is a big, kind of strapping lumberjackman. He let's see. There we go. Carl Fitzroy Jacque, at your service. He walks up to you and he says, well, ready to go then? He hoists a backpack on. He's got his axe over his shoulder. He's pretty large. He's got sort of this youthful look to him, but weathered after being in the sun for a long time. And he's got this big lock of blonde hair and this big sort of beard that frames his face. And he just starts walking. You follow behind him, and you can. He kind of has this air of determination.
That
These
Fitzroy's
woods-
a handsome fellow.
You think so?
Well, it's
Do
pretty
you
striking.
think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, pretty striking. Reminds me of my god.
Oh. Well, I guess Lachlan is called Dibs.
You know, no one calls dibs on anybody. You know, it's just, why do that? Why call dibs? Like,
Call dibs so that we don't all try for the same guy.
Right. I mean, we're
I
a
mean,
team,
it's
so if we all
obvious, right?
compete at the same time, it gets kind of,
Yeah.
messy.
well, Nori's
back
got
your
a
play.
niche. Nori's got a niche.
Yeah.
With the
Well-
short ones.
Hey, look, guys, we've got to find my friends, my coworkers. We've got to find them fast, okay? We need to send a message to the Jerkins or, the lizard folk that nobody messes with Twilight Falls. Nobody messes with Whitmer's crew. You know what I mean?
All right,
Sure
but
thing.
that's true. If they've messed with us, but we need to find out who is messing with you. Otherwise, we're just starting stuff. We don't want to start stuff. We want to end stuff.
Exactly. Let's end the missing worker thing.
Absolutely.
That's what Whitmer is sending me out here with you guys for. So, look, I don't care if it's lizard folk or it's the Jerkins. I don't know who it is, but I'll tell you what. Those rangers better not get in our way. Not today.
Okay. Yeah, let's get out to the scene of the accident or disappearance, and then we'll investigate and we'll see, if it looks like Jerkins or it looks like lizard folk or something else.
It could easily be something else. I mean, were these workers spicy? Did they fight at the drop of a hat? I mean, something could have. No offense to your friends, but I mean, they could have done something too.
Well, we don't know anything, so
We don't
my
know anything, but we
friends
need to
would
keep an open
come
mind.
home. They'd come back to camp at the end of the workday. I mean, they always do. They're not going to abandon a good job.
and if there was blood there, that's like something happened.
We'll have to check it.
I mean, it's pretty hard to leave a blood stain in the forest, so it's gotta be quite a bit of blood, right?
2
Well,
days. Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between a blood stain and pools of blood. So, was it,
It was
just like, oh, there was
substantial blood. You'll see. I'm going to take you right to it.
was substantial, like they got mauled by a bear, which from experience we know is pretty rough, or
Yeah.
I mean, and also if it was on a
Or a giant
highly
badger.
draining gravel or sandy loam, if
Or if
it's
it
still
was a-
there,
kapapa blah 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 blahs.
so we're professional at finding people and also fighting animals.
I fought a lot of
Right.
animals, a lot of gnolls too.
Dave, does Carl have one of those black hand tattoos?
Roll a perception check.
Does Carl have a wedding band?
He does not have a wedding band.
23.
He does have a tattoo. He has a black hand tattoo on his hand, but he also has a tattoo on his shoulder that has someone's name. You can't read it though.
I thought you were gonna say he had a tattoo of a black shoulder on his shoulder.
It's just a foot here and a hand
foot
over
on his
here and shoulder.
Just random body parts on body parts.
They're
Yes.
they're very
It's all the
literal
rage.
gang.
It's
They're
all the
very
rage.
literal gang. Yeah.
Very meta.
How far is this spot then, Carl?
About an hour walk.
Should we sing songs while we travel, you know?
I mean, if you want to alert everything in the forest that we're coming, then yeah, we totally should sing a song.
No, we don't want to do that.
How long
Why
you
don't you
been
lead the way
working
then,
out here,
Carl?
Carl?
I've been here for just about a year, a little over a year. Most of
brought
the
you
boys
here?
are fairly new to the crew. I don't know. I just heard there was opportunity with I don't know, with the business, with the family, and I ended up in Nulb for a while, and then came here, and it's been nice. I mean, it's nice here. It's relatively peaceful up until this recent hullabaloo with the jerkins and whatever, you know, Gromlin again thinks that there's some strange lizard folk problem.
So why is it that everyone seems to think that there's like a different thing going on? Like some people are like it's lizard folk, some people are like it's these rangers. Like there seems to be a lot of uncertainty.
I think there's a lot going on around here. I mean, there were some folks that were waylaid, our folks on the high road heading east by lizard folk. We had some survivors from that particular attack, and they told us what they saw. The rangers, these jerkins have been giving us problems for a couple months. They come around every couple of weeks and they try to tell us how we should do our business. And, you know, I don't care as long as I get paid, fine. You know, you don't want us in this grove. You're trying to save this tree. Sure, I understand it. I get it. You know, they care about that stuff. But the woods ain't some mystical realm, you know, to be worshipped. It's a resource, plain and simple. I
Is
don't
it
know.
the trees they're trying to save, or is it? Do you get the sense there's something else, like, you know, ruins or something like that? Because we heard that there were like elven ruins out here or something to that effect.
Oh,
like
yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know much about that, but I've heard that there was some sort of a settlement here a long time ago, but I haven't seen any lizard folk. I've seen the rangers. Whitmer thinks it's one thing. Gromlin thinks it's something else. I mean, hopefully you'll get to the bottom of it all. I don't know.
What I want to know is why doesn't anyone think it has anything to do with the island? I mean, it's haunted.
It is?
Well, isn't that what everyone says?
Have
I
you
don't
been?
know. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't know. I believe in things that I can see, you know, like
You
the
can't
heft
even
of
see
this
the island.
axe, you know? I believe in this axe.
I'm just saying, there's weird stuff going on over there too. It shouldn't be eliminated from the options.
Throw it on the list. I agree.
Well, if we could ever go visit the island, and I'm looking pointedly at Lachlan right now, maybe we could figure that out too.
You know how many places like that island are in this world? There's like, throw a rock, you'll hit 17 of them. If we stop at all of them on the way, we're literally gonna be as old as Des before we find shit. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty old, but I mean, this one is literally like, how many are right next to us here? None, just one. This one, right there. Well, back there.
Well, once we solve this mystery, we'll come back and maybe we'll rent that boat, right?
Next summer, we'll make a thing out of it. We'll come out here. We'll rent some tents.
Let's
Solve the
instead of
mystery
saying
every summer.
maybe,
We got tents now.
let's say after this. No, maybe. Right?
Why not?
Right, why not? Why not? After this mystery is solved, let's go to the island. What do you guys say?
No.
I check it out.
I mean, I
Okay.
am curious.
I mean, see, there's 2. Me is 3.
I'm in. Spug Noir.
Yeah,
Spug.
sorry, it's 4.
Okay. You guys can go.
You're just gonna sit on the shore and watch us?
Well,
No,
he
I'm
can-
gonna
he can stay in
take
the
our
boat.
friend and I'm gonna go back home.
You don't want to join the foursome?
Well, that makes it sound way more fun.
Three's the most I can handle at one go.
What if Carl is in on it too?
I mean, we just met him though.
You want me to go out there with y'all to the
I
island?
saw the way he hefted that axe, man. Boy's got death grip. I don't know.
I think he's good to go.
I can swing this axe. You swing, right? You've got an axe.
Well, you know, we came from was that place we were just in before where they swung a
No,
lot?
the Rash Epicenter.
Yeah.
Rash. He takes one step
Yeah.
to the,
Wait,
away
no,
from you.
No, we don't have it. None of us have it.
No, we're rash free.
It's there.
No,
Yeah,
it's
there's
in
a whole-
Nulb.
Yeah, Nulb's a big swing in town, so if ever you're
Yeah.
looking to swing,
Nulb is where you go.
but beware the rash.
Spug Noir pipes up. Yeah, and they also have a tattoo parlor there. I noticed that you have a tattoo. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo as well. And you notice as Carl just kind of like rubs his hand a little bit and doesn't really respond, just keeps walking.
Spug's gonna get a tattoo of himself on himself.
His face on his face.
Yeah.
Hey, Spug,
I don't think so.
we should probably, cast the mage armor in advance, since we're going somewhere dangerous. What do you think?
You totally should.
How long does that thing last?
8 hours.
That's like 8 hours. Longer if I, put a spin on it.
Let's do it at the count of 3.
Okay, 1, 2, mage armor.
He's like that throwing glitter in the air guy. Magic.
Xanthi takes some glitter and just like throws it out of her pocket.
It's an important
Look at-
spell component to have. It really is.
I look at Carl. You want to go to the island with them?
No, but we're almost here. Come on, this way. And he kind of like takes off. You can see his blonde hair just kind of like billowing as he steps forward, determined.
What about
powerful.
dragons, Carl? You ever hear of dragons?
Dragons, poppycock. I don't believe in dragons like I don't believe in ghosts. You turn the bend on this path and you arrive in this open spot where there are stumps. Everywhere you look, it's stumps. The trees have been denuded from this area pretty substantially.
This was all you guys? I'll say that to Carl.
I mean, yeah, this is what we do. Ma'am, we are lumbermen. We cut trees down, then we mill the trees into usable timber. Okay? And then people use that to build buildings and boats and yeah, this is our handiwork. He kind of looks around and he seems pretty proud of it. And then he's like, here's what I brought you here to look at. And you all stand around this area on the ground next to a broken cart where there is still the remains of blood and maybe even a little bit of viscera, a little bit of gore.
Or are we talking like someone got killed, or are we talking about 10 guys got killed?
It's a fair amount of blood. Give me a medicine check.
I can do that.
Please do.
Is that a D4? That's a 17.
17. It looks like from the splatter patterns that possibly 2 people let blood in this space. Maybe 3, maybe all 3.
Now here's a
Nori-
quote. Sorry. Go ahead.
Nori just wants to start looking at tracks and seeing if any of this blood has been tracked away or where anyone has walked from this area.
Yeah, Xanthi would like to do investigation of possible drag marks from a body being dragged or, possible, debris from a body being chewed on.
Okay.
Gross.
So Nori, give me a survival check, and Xanthi, give me an investigation check, please.
Oh, shit.
With advantage, please.
I already rolled. I got a 5.
You don't see anything that really helps you conclude anything based on that. You see the blood. You see that there are tracks all over through here, boot tracks. This has been a pretty active logging site. It smells fresh. The stumps are fresh. It's not like they've been weathered and dried out like a stump is, if you go back like a year later. These look as though they've been worked within the last, month to 2 months. It seems like they've been doing a substantial amount of work here.
I got a 15 for the investigation, or drag marks, or like signs of what, like the body.
Okay. Yeah, there are no body parts. There's a little bit of flesh in the blood spots that you see that I already mentioned. You don't see any drag marks, but you definitely can tell now that you kind of get down and look closer that there was some sort of a scuffle here. This wasn't like an accident. It looks like there was some sort of a fight that took place. It seems to add up based on what Whitmer and his men have told you happened. It's just unclear exactly what they were fighting.
Are there? I'm sorry. Was someone checking tracks, like just to see if there's something other than human
Yeah,
tracks?
Nori was
did,
looking
but
for
not
tracks
great. I
and
rolled
didn't
a
see much.
1.
I looked for
Can-
drag marks.
Des is gonna go check out the smashed wagon.
Okay.
Just to see if there's like anything that was left behind, if he can identify like what damaged it, maybe like if it was an animal or if it got chopped up, or see how it was broken, I guess.
Sure. As you go over there, Carl sort of sidles up next to you, and he's like, "Yeah, we took everything that was salvageable back to camp. This wagon we left here, this cart. You look it over. Give me an investigation check."
Ugh, horrible roll. 9.
Hard to say what it is. You can see off to the side that some logs had rolled off of it. It looked like maybe they were hauling some of the smaller brush away, perhaps to sell as firewood or something, but there's like kind of a pile of wood next to it. Other than that, it looks like someone smashed it. Doesn't look like it was some sort of a beast. It looks like it was hit with maybe clubs. It doesn't look like it was cut with swords or axes. It looks like it was smashed with a blunt force.
It was what was left on the wagon? Was there brush and things left on the wagon?
Well, we had tools and such, but we took all that back.
Okay, but
to
no
camp.
trees or anything were left on the
Just
wagon?
that pile of wood right there, but nothing else really. I'm gonna put a token out on the map for him. He's standing here with Desmond.
Were there? Did you recover bodies or anything, or it was just this?
Just this. The bodies are missing. That's what we're concerned about. I mean, if they're still alive, I mean, we got to figure something out.
Can I see the wood that was left, or like where they were last logging? And Xanthi is gonna look for like mold, any of that weird like tree possessing mold that we came across in Hamlet, or like mushrooms, like the weird.
I almost forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but
Sure. All right. Yeah. Where are you looking specifically?
the brush that has been cut,
Okay.
like, because you said there was some that they had just kind of cut, and then wherever he says was the last place that they were chopping down trees.
All right. Give me an investigation check, Xanthi.
And I would also like to roll with advantage.
Ooh, thanks for bringing out a token.
17.
Carl. Okay, yeah. So you look down at the brush, and you can see that it has some strange sort of polyps and nodules that you hadn't seen before. They almost at first look like vines, but they're kind of sticky and fleshy. They're less woody and more fleshy.
Des, look at this.
What do you see
What is
there?
this?
Do you remember like that, when those little stick things like came alive and like attacked us at that farmer's place?
Yeah.
Look at
Why is
the
that-
little
is that
What
the
are you
same
talking
thing?
about?
it looks like the same thing, like, so when we were like just outside of Hamlet, there was this weird fungus that was like making things like get alive, and it was very angry, and they would attack us.
What kind of things? What do you mean?
Like trees and sticks and
Trees came alive and attacked you.
mushrooms and
I was
vines,
gonna-
I think.
Mushrooms. This is Carl
It was
talking.
a weird time. It was a weird period of our career.
Wait. Take a step back. You said some sort of fungus?
Yeah, like this. And she points to the weird nodules on the twigs.
Okay, so we've been having trouble. It's funny that you pointed this out. So last week, we harvested trees in this grove here. Now, Whitmer thought it was bad luck or maybe something to do with the Jerkins, but I swear it's like the wood itself began to decompose once we got it back to camp. Like it was and it's got that on it.
Yeah, it's like rotten, sort of.
So it's like a fungal infestation or something?
But it's worse than that. It's like a living organism that, like somewhere nearby this, it might be mushroom people, and they're
Right, but
like
yeah, we
bad
never really
news.
we never really figured out what caused it though, right?
Well, no, I mean, I think it was the mushroom people.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's
we
what
were
I said something.
underground, and there was, like that giant mushroom thing, and then those mushroom men like came and attacked us, and we almost died underground, and I had to
I
bamf up
remember that.
to the, like above ground.
You guys really saw some shit before I joined you.
Yeah, right.
As you say
Missed
that,
out.
Nori, Lachlan, you hear the sound of crunching in the gravel on the road. And then you turn and look over your shoulder, and you can see that there is a wolf. Hasn't made any other noise other than the fact that it's walking in your direction, and then it just stops in the middle of the road and looks at you. Do you tell your friends about it?
Hey there, little buddy.
As you say that, Lachlan, you look past the wolf and you can see that there's someone sitting on one of the stumps that you hadn't noticed before. And he says, well, you don't look much like investigators. You don't look much like mercenaries either. What is this, Carl? More lumberjacks to cut down the forest? You can
You're
see this
saying we
guy
don't look like investigators,
has-
but we look like lumberjacks?
definitely
Don't you
has
look
green
like
green
lumberjacks?
jerkin on. Well, you're carrying an axe, sir.
Oh, this whole thing? Don't worry about that. That's just to trim Dez's toenails.
The wolf walks over and sits down next to the stump, and he kind of reaches down and just starts scrunching its head, just kind of scratching it. Good girl.
What about you?
What's
You
this?
don't look like a lumberjack.
I ain't no lumberjack. Name's Isaac Fitzroy. Green
Fitzroy.
jerkin ranger.
I look at Carl. Isn't that your name?
Yeah, you said your name was
Middle
Carl
name?
Fitzroy Jacquet.
Oh,
So
shit.
are you two cousins?
Nope, that's a dungeon master mistake.
They was just like, man, this
They're
name,
related.
Fitzroy name. I love that show. I put that
I
in my
love,
game.
that's such a good name.
You could have
Um,
done that if it wasn't
There's
such
a
a cool
conspiracy
name.
happening.
Yeah, I
right
know.
now.
Finley.
Fitzpatrick, maybe.
This guy's name is Finley. Why so many F names? The name's Isaac
Finley.
Finley. Green jerkin
Okay.
rangers. I suppose you're looking for your friends, huh?
Well, Isaac, my name's Lachlan, and we are kind of interested in what happened here and where the miners did go off to. Yeah.
we're professional people finders. And the lumber camp has asked us to find out what happened to the bodies, or the people, but
the people.
probably at this phase, the bodies.
There's a lot of blood.
How's the search going?
Well, we just got here.
Well, by
and
all
we
means, don't
think
let me
they're
interrupt.
dead.
Well, maybe you have some information you can give us. I hear that perhaps you and your friends were involved in this whole thing, so maybe you could, give us first-hand account.
Do you know what
I'll-
happened here?
I mean,
I'll
it's
tell
you
you
or
one
the
thing.
lizard guys, so
If me or my boys had done any of this here, we certainly wouldn't have left this much of a mess and this many signs of what happened. He hops off the stump.
so if it wasn't you, why would they tell us it was you?
Let me guess. Who told you it was me? Was it old Whitmer?
Yeah.
The foreman of
Maybe
the
himself.
logging
Right, yeah.
crew? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I figured. He doesn't like us too much because we don't want to approve of his wanton destruction of these beautiful trees here in this grove. In fact, we've been telling them to go elsewhere for their lumbering.
And
Do
have
you
you
tell
been
him to
killing
go
them?
elsewhere because of the fungal infection? He points to the nodes on the tree.
Carl looks at him and says, "You know you did this. You're just lying to us." And Carl pulls his axe out. He says, "We're going to make you pay for this." And he starts taking a few
Whoa,
steps.
Carl,
whoa!
pipe down, Carl.
Easy.
Carl, pipe down.
Pushes Spug Noir out of the way as he's coming up towards the guy. And he takes a big swing at Isaac. And Isaac just kind of steps out of the way. And the axe gets lodged into the stump. And Carl is like trying to pull it out of the stump.
Or he's going to
yanks
tackle
it out.
Carl.
You run up to Carl.
Already
Give me,
tackling
Put a
Carl.
body on it.
give me an athletics check.
Any excuse to throw
Or-
our arms around a hot guy.
Nori
Yeah.
built this bar.
No, he pulls the axe out and he
Should
sort of
stay.
like elbows you out of the way, Nori, as you come at him. And right as he's getting ready to take another swing, 4 arrows come from out of nowhere, just in different directions. And they all land right at Carl's feet. And he like kind of steps back. And Isaac looks at him and says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you. Settle yourself, Carl."
All right, everyone, settle the hell down.
Yeah, we didn't come here looking for a fight. We're just looking for these 2 fellas.
3.
3.
Right?
No, 2.
Looks
Right.
like
You say you
your boy
weren't
here is
involved?
looking for a fight. The wolf just growls at him. Doesn't
All right, Carl.
attack him, just sits there and growls.
Back it up, Carl.
You're just gonna let him gloat in front of us, knowing that he
No,
killed
but
our
look,
boys?
you
I
fucking
don't
hired
know
us to
that
deal with this.
he killed anyone yet.
No,
You hired
No,
us to
this ain't
deal with
right.
this to let us do our job.
this
All
ain't right. This ain't right at all. And he pulls back and he's gonna take another swing at Isaac, who steps out of the way, and 4 more arrows come right into his chest, and he just drops to the ground.
This is
Glad I
going to be
didn't jump on
very
him
hard
again.
to explain to Whit.
Ah, Carl,
Was
he
that
dead?
necessary?
you're right.
Are there gonna be any other problems? Isaac says as he kind of stands up and walks over towards you.
I'm gonna go over to Carl.
Still
He's just
alive and
blood
all.
bubbling out of his mouth.
And can you save him?
They did it. I know they did. You gotta save him.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Uh,
cast. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna cast Spirit of Dying on him.
Think you guys were
He goes
violent until
unconscious.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Spirit of Dying on him.
He's unconscious but stable, we'll say.
okay. That's good, because I don't have a way to keep him knocked out.
He's gonna need
So-
medical attention, Isaac says.
Yeah, and look, you're not doing a very good job of convincing us that you had nothing to do with this.
Very
I haven't
violent.
even pulled a sword or nothing.
Yeah,
Like your
okay,
guys?
buddy. Look, if you want us to believe that you had nothing to do with this, you're gonna have to start acting a little bit.
Less murdery.
Yeah,
You know what? I've heard this bullshit from Gromlins.
no,
people
you
over
haven't
and
fucking
over
heard this
again.
bullshit from us before. We're not the yokels from town, all right?
We're independent contractors.
We're
We're a third party.
You guys are.
We get things done.
You came from, let's see, by way of Hamlet. You're the ones who reportedly saw some sort of flying owl bear. I don't know. You seem to be mercenaries, or
We're
maybe you're
looking
just
for
adventurers.
Charal.
Who's that? Charal who?
Charal, the druid.
Now,
We
why
came
would
to-
you be looking for a druid
We came to warn her.
in Twilight Falls, of all
Well,
things?
we came to find her because she's gone missing, and we think she might have been kidnapped by
Taken
these
by
guys.
the-
And she
yeah.
points to the hand tattoo.
The traders in Nulb.
You know, the Black
So-
Hand could have done it. They've done things like that before. They've done all kinds of terrible things. They've come
Or
into
like murder
our
people?
grove. The Black Hand?
Oh
yeah, like murder
we-
people standing in the middle of the fucking woods for no
Well,
good reason.
Well, yes, the Black Hand does do that.
Yes,
we know
they
that
do.
they do that.
Yeah, but
she's
they're not the
right.
only ones. Yeah, but they're not the only ones. So
It's true that they're not the only ones. Listen, we're trying to find our friend, and we offered to locate their missing people who seemingly are dead. If you know where their corpses are, we would happily bring the corpses back to Whitmer, you know, and then, like, maybe he would assist us in finding our missing druid friend. And then, like, that would be the end of us. Like, we don't cut down trees.
That's
and
good.
you can keep killing each other for as long as you fucking want. It's got nothing to do with us. We're just trying to find Charal.
We are adventurers and heroes.
Yes, and quite self-righteous at that. Certainly this man
Right.
was swinging his axe twice in my direction. So you know what happens
Yeah,
when you
he's-
swing an axe at somebody
did-
twice?
We did try to stop. Well, I tried to stop him
Yes, you did, and I appreciate that.
unsuccessfully, but
Let me show you something. He walks over to the area where you were looking, Nori, and he points down. See this right here? He
mhm,
gets down on a knee.
I'll get down too.
See that? He's pointing. You don't see it. Right there.
Yeah.
Where is it?
What?
Right there.
Yeah, totally.
That
okay,
is.
but
Look,
what are we looking
do you
at?
see what I'm? Do any of you see what I'm pointing at right now?
The ground.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Maybe-
blood, gore, viscera.
The
See,
ground?
there's a track right here. See this track? There's another one right there. See that?
Right.
Oh yeah.
See that one right there?
Okay.
Nature.
Those are
Yeah, I see it
lizard
now.
folk tracks. See that?
Oh, so there are lizard folk around here.
Well, we got attacked by lizard folk at the river. So
Well, I'm glad you survived.
we are too. It was really tough.
Look, I
Do
don't know
you,
what you're
uh,
gonna do about your friend Carl here.
Not
And
a
I
friend.
don't know why, you know, you're working for Gromlin. That's your own thing. You're looking for somebody named Charal. Great.
You are aware of what they do, right? Moving people around.
The Black Hand?
Yeah.
We're well aware of what the Black Hand does.
Do you know where they keep people around here?
Can't say that I do. They move a lot of things into this place and out. It hasn't really bothered us a whole hell of a lot up until they started expanding these logging operations deeper into the grove.
Have you
we
heard?
asked them nicely multiple times to redirect themselves in a different area.
Yeah, well, they're not going to.
Well, that's for sure. But it does seem like maybe these lizard folk problems that they're having aren't all bad. Might have slowed them down a little bit, at least.
Do you know where the lizard folk are? Do you know where they hide out?
I reckon you could follow these tracks and figure that out for yourself, big guy.
Yeah, and are you friendly with them? Do you want to protect them? I mean, you know, they are.
Friendly? I don't know how much you know about lizard folk, but I'll give you a quick tutorial. They don't really make friends with non-lizard folk. They like to eat non-lizard folk, that's for sure.
Look at the wolf. I'm sure that some of his buddies like to eat non-lizard folk and non-wolf either, and you're friends with it. Why it and not the lizard folk?
Never had a need. Ember here has been with me since she was just a little pup. Isn't that right, Ember? Can see her tail wag a little bit.
Oh, you're saying that the lizard folks are the one who killed or attacked this place and took those those lumberjacks.
That'd be my guess.
You're saying that because of the footprint that you see.
That's right. You are a smart one. I like you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Heroes of Greyhawk. We had a little bit of a system failure, but we are back because we're resilient and we're squeaky clean. All right, so friends, I apologize. If you are interested in getting in on the giveaway, you're gonna have to re-enter because everything got shut down and rebooted. So !drawing to get in on the action. I have it live. People are entering. Great. Good to see you guys in there. This is an awesome donated PDF of Sitnalta by our friends at CZRPG. They are indeed our sponsors, and we love Christian and his crew because they're super creative, and they are super supportive of what we're doing. We get to give stuff away to you, which is what we love. So thank you for hanging out with us and being part of the fun. Now, when we left so abruptly, we had been in a conversation with Isaac. God damn it, why can't I remember his name? Isaac, we'll just go
Finley.
Isaac. Finley, thank you.
Finley.
Isaac
Yeah, why
Finley.
does he have to have
Formerly-
a full name?
formerly
Does he have a
Fitzpatrick.
full name character?
I don't know. I just, I was getting excited about the NPCs and I'm like, and then I realized they all have last names starting with F, but that's okay. We'll fix that in post.
Yep.
All right, so you guys
Looks
were,
like Dr. Disrespect without the glasses.
you were in a rather heated conversation with Isaac about the situation. He showed you tracks that you had completely missed that might suggest that indeed lizard folk were at the root of this problem. And as this conversation was taking place, Xanthi asked,
Have you ever heard of Jeru Ashstaff?
he looks up at you slowly, almost like he's trying not to be shocked that you said that name. Says, Ashstaff. What do you know of Jeru Ashstaff?
Well, we were asked to find Sharal by Jeru. So I guess we're kind of working for him.
Wait a minute. You're working for Gromlin and Jeru.
No, Gromlin was just so that we could get the help of the locals because we thought they were holding Sharal, and we thought if we help them out, maybe they'll just give her over without us having to kill everybody in that town.
What's
We have
the
multiple
connection?
bosses.
Understood. What's the connection between Jeru and the Sharal person?
They're friends, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't know. They know each other or something.
He was worried about her.
She must be important. Look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Jeru has succumbed to some sort of fatal wounds that he received in some sort of an attack on Hamlet, maybe just weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were
Some
we were there for
strange,
that.
some
We were there
strange
for that.
elemental creature that attacked him. You were there
We
for that?
fought
He was
some of the
assassinated, yeah.
elemental creatures.
And when
He
you
was
left, was he
assassinated.
already dead?
No, he was wounded, and that's when he asked us to go find Sharal for him. We had a
Oh.
feeling that it might be too late.
We didn't know how to cure him. We're not really that great of healers.
We tried, but it wasn't
It was
working.
like a curse or like a, like a disease or something. And we can't fix that.
Damn it. We dicked around too long.
Well, it's likely that Jeru still has his network of agents that watch upon the forest. Maybe this Chiral character is one of those.
The thing was that the attack on Omelette appears to have been done to camouflage a specific attack on Jeru, and he feared that Chiral would also be targeted in the same manner.
Who
And we thought
could have
that
orchestrated such an attack, such a diversion like this? The Black
I don't
Hand?
know, but there was also like something very suspicious about Hamlet. When they attacked the garrison there, and it almost seemed like an inside job because there was a big explosion, and they were very concerned that someone had set explosives. So it was very premeditated.
They were probably pretty upset that their big god, St. Cuthbert, didn't help them out, I suppose. Well, I don't know anything about the Chiral character, but I'm sure Jeru is out there somewhere, his spirit walking amongst the trees of the gnarly. Interestingly enough, there have been some reports from some of our agents that they're the ghosts of long forgotten druids have been observed walking through some of the darkest reaches of the gnarly forest. So maybe they've called Jeru to their procession.
Wait, the ghosts of spirits have been walking through the forest. We did see some kind of spirit, like an alchemist or something, that came by us and like, it burned. It was very, very weird.
Wait, with fire, a ghost?
Yeah, you remember, like it all hurt us as it ran through the forest.
Yeah, it was like a haunted place. A tower.
There are many
On the other side of
places
the-
like that in the gnarly forest that have echoes or remnants of people and actions that have happened long ago that still hold some relevance. It's a secret that I certainly don't have the understanding to unravel, but
Well, I mean, would you tell your group to keep a lookout for Chiral? Like, we think that she's in trouble, and maybe she's been, kidnapped, and it sounds like she was a good person. So, we'd really appreciate it if, like you helped her out if you saw her.
I mean,
As,
of course,
I guess the last wishes of Jeru Ashstaff.
we will send word through our network. There are others like us throughout the gnarly forest that could keep an eye open. I just wish we knew this Chiral better so we knew who to look for. I'll tell you what, if they're wrapped up with the Black Hand, there's no telling where they might be at this point. That Gromlin comes off as all business and very much above board, but just knowing what the Black Hand has done, they've definitely expanded their operations here in Twilight Falls. I mean, we've been watching them for some time.
And you're not going to get rid of him by just harassing him the way you have. The only thing that's going to do is it's going to make them hire some actual real killers, not just, people like us trying to get one in over them. But there's definitely some divisions in the local leadership there. That's probably where you'd want to try and get in at them, you could probably use that to your advantage if you wanted to do something a bit more dedicated than just harassing them. But I'm just telling you that so you know. I mean, you're going to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Our job out here is not to take down crime syndicates. It's to keep an eye on things and, well, stop the destruction of the forest, for one.
We've done a fair job. Actually, I guess we're slowly taking down a crime syndicate. Don't you think, Lachlan? Because, you know, we defended Hamlet from the Knoll attack, and then the elementals, and then, you know, we defeated that Larenth guy who definitely was working with the Black Hand, and so we stopped them all attacking, and then we followed them over to Nulb. You know, so, like, Lachlan, do you think we could take down the Black Hand?
I think the Black Hand is way, way bigger than what we've seen so far, and everything we've seen is just a very small portion. I mean, if Des knew of the Black Hand back where he came from, they're way too big. It's not something that we can handle. I'm wondering about these lizard folk. Are the lizard folk problematic? Is it something that would need looking into, or are they just like you, kind of trying to live their life and they're just gonna, you know, harass the Black Hand?
Well, right now, our perspective is to take a hands-off approach and keep an eye on things. If the lizard folk want to cause problems for Gromlin and the Black Hand, we're okay with that. But I'll tell you what, this right here, and he goes over to the sticks and picks it up, one of the sticks, and you can see the polyps on it that are kind of attached by this kind of sticky fungal mass.
We've seen that near Hamlet before. What is that?
It's like we followed that to some like weird mushroom sentient creatures that were like attacking people, and like they're bringing like little twig creatures to life, and it was real bad. Wasn't there like an undead badger at one point that was like covered in this stuff?
I don't know if you've seen the lizard folk. You said you had an encounter, but there's something unnatural about them. I've seen plenty of lizard folk, and although I've never made friends, you asked about that earlier, with them.
Yeah.
I've interacted with them before. These lizard folk are different. There's something...
Are they diseased?
Unnatural.
You know, some of the gnolls we fought, they had a weird disease. They're like a little mangy.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I'll tell you what, some of my boys said they saw a group of lizard folk down by the water's edge, down by the lake. Their eyes were glowing green. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. There's some unnatural motivation. And yeah, we're watching cautiously to see what happens here. But, you know, it's interesting because this whole area, Twilight Falls itself, is founded on an old ancient elven city, and the River King, Elorian, who was at the helm of this once majestic they kept things peaceful. They kept things in balance. Yeah, the city has been lost to history, but they protected this land for a long time. There's no explanation for why they disappeared, but they did have an alliance maybe with the lizard folk. This area around the lake, this isn't a natural lake. You've seen the dam, I imagine, when you came up from the west. The lake is dammed. The water pooled up, burying a large marshland, parts of the ancient city itself now flooded. The only thing that remains visible is what you can barely see out on that island in the middle of Shimmer Lake, the old ruins. This place was called Belago Ithil, and it was beautiful. From what I understand, I'm not an elf. I wasn't around. But there's a lot of stories about Elorian, how just they were. The River King. Yeah.
Have you ever been to the city in the middle of the lake? Is it haunted? Is it like full of monsters?
Well, that's what they say. We have not been out there.
Okay. Everybody says like, oh, it's scary, but like, yeah, nobody's been there.
Somebody's been there.
If we go there, is it like off limits?
You're
Look,
not gonna shoot arrows at us,
we're
are you?
observing and waiting. We're not getting involved in this situation unless something goes horribly bad. If the lizard folk turn out to be completely diseased and go on a rampage, then we might have to step in. For now,
Should
they're a
plan
thorn
for
in the
stepping
side.
in.
They're a thorn in the side of the Black Hand, but my money would be on that island as where those lizard folk are. Is it
I'll slap
haunted?
anyone that's next to me.
Probably. Are there monsters? Most likely.
So you think they have something to do with this mold, these growths on the trees?
Nori,
Not just
Nori,
on the trees,
maybe-
it's in
maybe,
the
like,
trees.
the weird polyp mushroom people are on the island.
Reason to go. As if we needed
Maybe.
another reason. But
Maybe it's something that affected those mushroom people as well.
I'm pretty sure mushroom people are unnatural, but I mean,
who are we to say?
I
They
don't
seem to
know.
be minding
could
their
be
own
unnatural
business
to them.
until Nora
Well-
brought it on.
Xanthe just points to her yellow eye.
Well,
Do the tracks that we saw here that he pointed out, do they lead back towards the camp or somewhere else?
Roll a survival check.
Fuck, I don't have survival.
would you
how about
say
somebody
that?
help
Do you
him
want
with
me
that?
to try
Yeah.
it or something? If I see him looking at the ground, I would say, do you want me to help you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't see these fucking tracks. Is there actually tracks there? I just want to know if they're going back towards town or what's the deal.
See this
Didn't
right
do a
here?
great job before, but-
He kind of like pats you on the back, Lachlan. He kind of kneels down. See this right here, and he shows you the outline of the track. Roll a perception check.
It's perception. I have 18.
Okay, you see the track.
That's a track?
This is a lizard folk track. See, here's the next one right here. There's a couple of them. He starts pointing them out, and you sort of lose it. But you can jot down one tick mark in lizard folk footprint identification.
Wow, that's
Very
neat.
That's a new skill.
specific.
That's neat.
Skill added to 5e.
Yep.
Not even just general tracking,
Just-
specifically lizard
Folk.
folk.
I
I'm
didn't say
gonna have
tracking.
to-
I didn't say tracking. I said
Toe
print
imprint.
identification.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's even worse.
So did they lead
CSI.
towards town or back at somewhere else?
It looks like they lead towards the lake.
Slap
Well-
the people next to me again.
Ow, ow! Stop
Isaac?
It.
All
Sorry.
right, we know you want to go there.
I think we should go too, but
Isaac, I'm gonna tell you something. My experience, the people who just sit back and watch and do nothing when they know that they should, well, the most they get to accomplish is to watch things go by. So if you're really interested in, making things change, you might want to think about getting off your asses and doing something.
Is
Oh, are you
Carl
waiting
still
for a
conscious?
response?
No, I'm waiting for my friends to get together so we can
Dude,
get
I'm as
this
close
lump
as
of
you can
meat and
be
get
to the
out of
lake.
here. I'm gonna go and pick up Carl.
Was he awake this whole time?
No, he was out.
Oh, okay.
passed out. That's why we could have such a good conversation.
Yeah, he's still passed out. He's conscious, but he is not with you
I
at
want
the
to
moment.
skedaddle before he wakes up again.
Yeah, like these Black Hand guys, they're also like they're angry because they're scared. So they'll probably be violent like this if you run into them until we figure out it's the lizard people killing them. It's just, like they probably won't even see you, but like just stand a little bit further away when you're observing, because I think they're just lashing out at anyone.
Would the Jerkins mind if we went after the lizard folk?
No,
Like
they'll
I
watch us
said,
do it.
You
They'll
do
watch us
what you
it.
want to do. We are simply
Watching.
keeping track. We have a separate mission, let's say.
So do we. I wonder how
Yeah.
far we should take
Shouldn't,
this work
sit
for
there
the
and-
Black Hand.
I think we could totally take down the Black Hand.
Me too.
Yeah,
I think
like,
it would be very fun to just scissor out little parts of them.
yeah, right? Like, take out their
What?
bosses.
One finger at a
They're-
time. Right?
Oh, that's so
Or
good.
fingers or yes.
So what are,
Well-
like, our group name should be the Scissors.
We have a lot to talk about and discuss amongst yourselves. I'm going to take my leave. Best of luck to you.
Where can we find you?
You
if
can't.
We want to talk again. How about here?
If you need to contact us, you can come right over to this stump right here. Carve an X on the top of it. And we'll find you. Good luck.
Don't worry, Des. They'll be watching.
That's what I figured.
And Isaac and his wolf companion disappear into the
It
forest.
was pretty cool. Don't
Yeah,
you
I
guys
mean,
think?
To be honest, they're, their values align a little closer to ours than Black Hand, that's for sure.
Yeah, but anyone who's not willing to like step up and do the work that needs to be done, like you can say you're for this and for that until the cows come home, but if all you're doing is sitting there with your thumb up your ass, waiting for the people to get the things done, he said they were just waiting for the lizard folk to get, to do the deed for them. Like people like that. I don't know about you, but those values don't align with mine.
Yeah, if good people do nothing, then all the bad guys win.
The Black Hand are getting stuff done because they see shit they want and they get there and they do it, and that's why they're out here making life miserable for everybody.
All right, so we turn around and go burn Twilight Falls to the ground. Got it.
No, we're gonna turn around, we're gonna pick up this fucking guy, and we're gonna bring him back, and we're gonna tell what's his face that we know that it's the lizard folk and not the Jerkins, and that we're gonna go look into it, and then yes, Nori, we're gonna take a fucking boat and we're gonna go to that fucking island.
Or
Yeah.
we could go to the warehouse.
What warehouse? We're not gonna
Oh.
mess with any warehouse. What are you talking about?
Oh, last
What
night
about-
I might have taken a little walk around town
When?
when everybody was asleep.
Well, Spug was. You didn't see
Spug
anything,
fell
Spug?
asleep. No, he
Spug
was-
was asleep.
I might have closed my eyes for a little bit.
Spug was asleep and you went out alone to do what exactly? Yeah, it's a good thing I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted as hell.
Something happened.
Speak up.
Oh, you can't hear. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. New headset. Who dis? Yeah, I took a little walk and, spied on some of them. I overheard a little bit of a conversation, and yeah.
That's
they
why he
have-
was on edge this morning.
They have that warehouse out there, and they said there was something valuable there, and that there was some merchants. Did you say, Dave?
I did. Yep, merchants that were coming in for a pickup. And
They were
something
coming in.
special in the warehouse that they were coming to
We
get.
kind of knew that. We knew that they were transporting something special, and everything went this way. So it might still be the same thing they were alluding to in Nulb.
This could be our scissor opportunity, our very first scissor opportunity.
Right.
Let's.
And
I
give 'em
mean,
a good
how
flip.
many people were in there?
What do you mean by scissor opportunity?
We-
Oh,
I'm
for
looking
the
To
finger.
cut all the
To
fingers
take out
off
a
the
finger.
hand.
Well, I was implying more than that, but I mean,
The
the
whole hand.
same
Let's just take
principle
it-
applies.
Let's take them over. Take out
Just-
the leadership.
Or all of them. I mean, if they've got a tattoo, doesn't that mean they're terrible? Isn't that what we're deciding?
Well, they do work for a very bad gang. Like, and they kidnap people and they
They-
murder people
Yeah.
and they.
Yeah, but
know,
where do you draw the line? I mean, Carl here is just a lumberjack. He's got the tattoo. We take him out too? What about the cook? What about
Here's
the smith?
Well,
What ab-
like, I think we should take out all the head guys who are giving the orders. Then
What-
Like
We're not-
What do we
Gromlin.
do with?
We're not murderers.
Here's the thing.
We're
though,
not.
Lachlan.
And if you want to be murderers, then tell me now.
Want to be a
We're-
murderer,
We're
but
looking for Chiral, and the path ends in Twilight Falls.
I'm
Right
gonna
now,
throw,
the
I'm gonna
path to
throw this
finding
out there really quick. Sorry to interrupt you, Lachlan or Christian, but Desmond, you would all of this that Lachlan is telling you makes a lot of sense to you because you know how powerful and expansive this organization is. You
So they're much
you
bigger
know
than
them.
Twilight Falls.
Well, you know them from Verbo City.
Yeah.
Like you've heard of the Black Hand. This is not a local podunk gang. Anyway, sorry, Lachlan. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just saying, yeah. Look, and saying we're gonna go there, we're gonna target these guys, we're gonna take him out. That's murder. That's what that is. That's exactly what they did to Jeru. They were like, hey, look, we don't like that guy. We're gonna go in that town and we're gonna fucking take him out. That's what they did. That's murder. And I know we gotta kill people sometimes, and that's the way the fucking cookie crumbles. But there's a difference between we're out there and we're seeing some bad guys doing some bad guy stuff, and we gotta get involved, and we're gonna go in there and target this guy and kill him. So right now, the
you
path
just
to Chiral.
said that
path
that
to
good
Sh-
people who don't do anything are not good people. And
Yeah. But good
I'm not-
people do good people things. Good people, you don't defeat evil by fucking doing the evil shit. Right now, our path to Chiral lies through that island, which you've all wanted to go to since we got here. Right? Now, there's something wrong with these lizard folk, and that's a problem that, if it's not tamed, could get worse. So right now, that's something we can do. We can go there. We can see what we can do with that. We can maybe find Chiral through that. That should remain our number one thing. We can't take out the Black Hand. We can't. Because doing something, being a good person and doing something doesn't mean just mindlessly throwing your life away. You have to pick
Right.
the things that you can accomplish and do something about.
well, how would you stop a major crime organization from
I wouldn't.
harming hundreds of people?
I wouldn't, because I can't. But if that criminal organization arms some people and they come over to a village where I am, I'm gonna fight for them. That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it's
do.
not like the whole of the Black Hand is in Twilight Falls. I'm not saying we gotta go out there and kill everybody. I was kind of joking about that, but we could look into this warehouse a little bit,
at the very least, find out what's in there.
or
And
these
if-
maybe wait till the transaction is made and
Why?
look into these merchants.
Why?
Why
How's that
not?
gonna get us closer to finding Chiral?
There's more things to do than just finding your druid.
No, that's literally the one thing that we're doing.
That's literally not the only thing to do, though.
That's literally the thing that we're doing. That's literally the reason why we're here, and we've already fucked around enough that Jeru's dead. And there's not much we could do about that. But we took our sweet time getting here. And now we're gonna find Chiral because that's what we were asked to do, and that's what we're here to do. And if along the way we manage to plug a couple other holes, fuck, it's so much the better. But this whole notion of we're gonna go here, we're gonna do that, we're gonna go see, what I mean, like, that's why we're not getting done what we're supposed to be done, what we're supposed to be getting done. And if you tell me there's a good reason why going to that warehouse and messing around with that is worth the trouble it's going to be in helping us find Chiral, then sure, we'll do it. But look, you want to go to the island? The island had nothing to do with us finding Chiral. So I was against it. Now it does. So let's go there, right? You've been wanting to do that. Now that I'm saying let's go to the island, you're like, oh no, let's go to the fucking warehouse.
I am not saying don't go to the island because we're going to the warehouse. I'm just saying that could be something else that we could do.
If we go to the warehouse, we're going to get into a fight with these guys.
Then let's do it after the island.
No, let's not. Why do we want to get into a fight with these guys? There's so many more of them than there are of us. It's not going to help us accomplish anything.
But apparently Des just snuck around the place last night and nothing happened
No,
to him,
Des
right?
can do that. Des can do that. The rest of us can't. And I'm pretty sure.
They had dogs.
See?
Kind of sucked.
Des, you shouldn't have said that.
They could have got a lot more done if they didn't have a fucking dog.
Well, why are you not bit? You got out, right?
Yeah, I got away. I mean,
It didn't maul you. You don't look
if there
any
was more
worse
of
than you
us
normally
there,
look.
but
These
you know,
guys are pros. These guys are pros.
I'm not saying I want to take down that Black Hand before we find Shral. I'm just saying that I don't know. They're the reason she's here, or somewhere around here.
I mean, it's true. We are turning out to be professional corpse finders.
Well, if we stop fucking dilly-dallying, maybe
Well,
we'd
can
find
we be
some of our
walking and
friends.
talking?
Are we dragging
mean,
Carl?
Yes,
I
you
kind of
can be-
assumed we were.
yes, you can be
I kind
walking
of
and
assumed we were-
talking.
Yeah, I
Okay.
kind of assumed we were. I was carrying him on my
We're all
shoulder.
just standing here on the stump.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna dump him. We're gonna tell him that we're pretty convinced that it was the the lizard folk, and that we're gonna look into that next, and that it wasn't the Jerkins. The Jerkins are jerks, but that's a different thing altogether. And we weren't hired to take care of the Jerkins, so we're not touching the Jerkins.
I wouldn't say they're jerks, but I get what you're saying. But we are going to the island, right? Post haste.
We're going to the island.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Spug Noir is like in the back.
And Des, like, I'm glad that you're okay from last night and that you didn't get into any more trouble. But here's the situation, right? Cast your mind, if you will. We're all asleep. Spug's sleeping on the job. You slip out.
Hey.
You go there. They have some dogs. They catch you, right? You don't even have to worry about whether or not they make you talk, because they've seen you with us. They know who you are. So they grab you. They put you in a cage. Maybe they just kill you. And then they know exactly where we are. They come find us. Everyone's asleep at the camp. They slit our throats in the middle of the fucking night while we sleep.
I mean,
Yeah. So,
there's a lot of steps that got skipped there, but I know.
but
what you're
that
saying.
is a possibility.
That's why I didn't get caught. I knew that I erred
You
on
think
the
you
side of
didn't get
caution.
caught because you're good, or do you think you didn't get caught because you got lucky?
Why
I
don't we
erred
make
on the
a
side of
lesson out
caution.
of this? Let's make a lesson out of this and just go in disguise
Lachlan,
from now
this
on.
is what I do. I do
I
that.
know, but if you're
That's
on
what
your
I'm
own,
good at.
that's fine, and I appreciate that. And if you're on your own, you can do that whenever you want. But if you're with the group, you have to think a little bit further and sort of figure out how those actions might affect everybody else.
I did.
And you still chose to go and do it like that. That speaks pretty poorly, my friend.
Well,
I
just
am a
know
little
that-
worried that, like, there was no one awake and you left us here. Like, you could have woken up somebody or, like, took a buddy, but, like, we were all just sitting ducks if somebody had come into the cabin because everyone
Well,
was asleep.
I mean, they'd most likely find fault with me first before you.
But the warehouse is way
you're all
far away
sleeping,
from the
I-
logging camp.
Look, you guys, this is all hypotheticals. Des didn't get caught. He did
Exactly right.
he did his thing, and did you get some information that's useful?
Well, I found out a little bit of what they have going on right now.
There's something in the warehouse.
We didn't know that. Well, we knew that, but we didn't have proof of that. Right?
We
Now
didn't
we
know
have proof.
exactly where it was before.
We don't know what it is. But it must be important if there's somebody coming from out of town. I'm just saying, we're all alive. For now.
Still would be nice to know what is so special. But yes, one thing at a time. Like, let's So we're gonna bring back Carl, and what are we going to tell everybody about why he is unconscious?
We'll tell him that we'll tell him exactly the truth of what happened.
I thought you said we weren't, though. We're not telling him that it was the
Yeah,
Jerkins.
No, I said we were going to tell him that the Jerkins did not take their other friends. I didn't say anything about not telling them that they did
Charles-
take it. He asked for it today, and he got
He's
what
full
he
of
Yeah,
arrows
he That was
because
his
of the
fault.
He
Jerkins.
picked a fight.
Okay.
He
Just getting
he
the
was
story
upset.
straight.
He was very upset.
And
He lunged multiple times. We must add that to the story.
True.
Yeah. It's the
and
truth.
It almost looked like
Bud?
you tried to stop him, Nori, at one
I
point.
did. You saw that, right? I
Yeah,
did. I mean, I kind of got elbowed off. I'm
it was a good try.
not like a juggernaut.
Totally tried to tackle him, but
I'd do it
you're
again.
only so big. And he's
Yeah.
very tall.
Big guy, right?
muscly.
Nice hair.
I tasted some of it. Not bad.
Some of his
Why?
hair?
Well, when I dove at him, my mouth was open because I was kind of screaming a little bit in my head.
Oh, you didn't like lick him?
Tasted very woody.
Mm.
It's not terrible, but that's anyway.
I feel like I've learned too much.
You've never eaten hair before?
Nope.
Okay. Next topic.
Bug
Yeah, Lachlan.
is a very poor sailor and a soon-to-be dead one who doesn't bother verifying that his boat is not leaking just because he came back safe once.
100%. I
Our
agree.
boat leaking.
So we should
Our
check the
boat's
boat
leaking.
before we paddle out to the island. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that if this keeps going out like that, at some point he's going to spring a leak.
Like an
Ooh.
arrow hole.
He's good at
Nothing
that.
happened.
It's been a long time since I got shot by an arrow. It's been a while.
Days.
I'm kind of surprised one
Like
of those
a
8 arrows
week.
they shot at Carl didn't fucking hit you by mistake.
Just by chance, yeah.
Like it would have bounced off Carl and just plugged you, you know? Like
Kind of an arrow magnet,
maybe
really.
you are turning a corner. Maybe you got rid of 2 curses. You got rid of the knife and you got rid of the arrow curse that you didn't even know you had.
Oh, I just got that one more. That real obvious one.
The old man thing?
The
Yeah,
ancient
the old
thing.
man thing. Yeah.
I'm starting to get used to it, Des.
I never knew you any other way.
Oh, wait till you see him.
I
The
was
dashing
very,
in 9-1.
I was very handsome.
Was a dashing
You
in
should see
9-1.
me.
You're still handsome, Des.
Pretty
Look at you.
incredible.
Oh, should I show you?
Yes, yes.
Xanthi will try to turn into young Des.
Aw.
Young Des.
Give me a
Just
charisma
like my
check.
token. I look just like my token back then.
Back in the day.
23.
Oh, yeah. Spitting image.
Oh,
Uncanny. I
That's
can
not
see why
bad.
you missed that, Des.
Yeah, you did look a lot better as a youngster. Damn.
Well, if you
Yeah.
ever cure that curse and go back to being young, you know what you have to look forward to in your declining years.
if you moisturize, it won't go that way.
Moisturize? What's that?
Splashing
Yeah.
water on your face.
Yeah, just splash
Rub
some water
oil
on.
on your
Don't
face.
wipe
It's like
it off.
sweating, right? Just
Sweating copiously. Yes.
Beef tallow. Beef tallow. You gotta rub
Mm.
beef tallow on your face.
I think you can use some aloe vera or something.
maybe you could talk to Mother Scrang back in Nulb, and maybe they can fix you up with some sort of a salve.
Actually, could probably work something out like that for you.
Speak up,
You're
would you?
mute.
Is this thing on?
Yes.
All right. I would
All
like
right.
to
Get a
get rid
boat.
of it eventually.
Go
You
get
guys,
a boat.
you guys make your way back to.
Wait, no, Xanthi's gonna turn back into Xanthi.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yes. I hope so. That would be
First things
awkward.
first.
Wait, is that your son? All right, so you guys make it back to the logging camp. What's your intention? You're going to drop off Carl You walk into camp. One of the guys rushes up. Carl, no! And
He's
and
all
you're
right.
like-
He's alive. He's just banged up.
They take him off to one of the to the office, and they lay him out on the table, and they get out like the medical kit, and they start bandaging him up.
Did we bring him back just with all the arrows sticking out of his body? Do we take those out?
No, we healed him up a
I
little,
think-
right?
He
didn't
probably
heal him.
popped
No, you
out
didn't
when
heal
he
him.
spared the dying.
I gave him speed. I wasn't gonna spend a fucking spell
No,
on him.
yeah,
I
he
did-
still has the arrows stuck in him. As they lay him down on the table, and they look back at you, and the guy just kind of like nods his head, and they close the door, and you just hear, "Ah!"
He picked the fight because he was mad, but it wasn't them.
Do we talk to Whitmer or?
Yeah, Whitmer comes out. Everything. What happened to Carl? Did you take care of?
All right, it's a bit of a story.
Lay it
Sorry,
on
back
me.
up a little.
We went there. We found the scene. We ran into a jerkin.
Did you
Carl
kill him?
got real upset because he
Yeah.
thought for sure the jerkins did it.
Yeah, they
But
did,
then
right?
We
They
talked to the
didn't.
jerkins a little bit, and we figured out the lizard folk did it.
I thought you were here to help me with my problem.
We are.
Right, the missing people problem.
Yeah,
And,
right. The
and
missing people
it looks
problem.
like the Jerkins wouldn't have attacked, Carl unless Carl hadn't lunged at them twice with weapons.
Well,
So he picked a fight.
okay.
Carl swung first.
I don't doubt that he is a hothead, but he's also, defending. Anyways, so what's the
Yeah,
plan now?
everybody's mad. We get it. They're scared. People disappeared and stuff. We got a lead.
Okay.
We think that there might be a lizard base on that island in the lake. That is what the Jerkins said. They thought that there was a lizard hole there. So we're gonna go out there and see if we can take care of the lizard folk.
Now there's something productive that the Jerkins could actually do instead of getting in our way of taking care of our business and doing the job that we've been hired to do. They could go out there and take care of this Jerkin problem. I don't understand why they don't, protect the forest. The hell?
They
Yeah, I
seem
know.
concerned
They are in their
about
own way.
their grove.
Yeah, they have a different job.
Okay, so look, what you're saying is that my men, who I love dearly, are out on that island with the lizard folk.
Possibly. Well, that's where we think that the bodies went. Hopefully
Or
they're alive. I mean,
they're
maybe
alive.
they're alive. We didn't find any bodies, but lizard folk do eat people. So
Yeah.
you should be prepared, but we are going to find, the people eaters and take care of them.
Okay. I like what I'm hearing. You're people of action. I like where things are going. What can I do to help?
The boat could,
You could pay for us to use
Yeah.
that boat.
pay for us to use the boat or ask them to let us use it for free. Because they were
Yeah,
going to charge
absolutely.
us.
Absolutely. A boat? For sure. Down at the general store? I'll take care of it. I've got an account down there. Tell them to put on
And,
Whitmer's bill.
don't go out there fucking riling up fucking jerkins until we sort this out.
I've never once riled up a Jerkin in my life. The Jerkins stepped into our business. Just to be clear, I'm not going to get into an argument about it with you fine folks. You're doing a great job, by the way. Just saying. Jerkins are fucking assholes.
They're jerks, that's fine, but
Maybe
Just-
in the meantime, you just cut some trees down over that direction, not.
Oh, here we go. What are you, a Jerkin in training?
No, just for the time being, Just
Well, I'm focused on
also-
hiring a couple of new hands because we're down, our production's down. We're not going to be over in that area for a couple of days at least until we get a couple of new guys. Apparently there's a group of guys coming up on the river from Null, but they should be here, I don't know, probably tomorrow.
Well, just so you know, we found this wood fungus over on that area. And we heard from Carl before he passed out that some of the wood you brought back had like disintegrated, and we think it's maybe an infestation of like that, fungus.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it might
Carl's
be
not
good
wrong.
to be at a healthy other area of trees anyway. But regardless of that, we would like to borrow a boat, and don't worry if we're not back in like 1 day, but if we're not back in like 3 days, then like something bad has happened.
Like
We're
you
not
got
back
eaten
in
by
1 day.
lizard
Wait
folk.
longer.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be racing in to save you. I got business to do here. You're the
Yeah, it's okay.
you're
we
the
understand
heroes.
that. Yep.
Gromlin's got some guys though, so if a couple days you're not back, I'll let Gromlin know. You want me to fill Gromlin in on what you're doing? Or were you gonna let him know? You're working for him, yeah?
Yeah, don't worry about Gromlin.
Yeah, you could just tell him it was lizard folk, and we're now going after some lizard folk.
You always
He,
think it was
he will
lizard
like to
folk,
hear
though?
that. Yeah.
He's gonna say, "I knew it all along." Anyway,
Yeah,
He
so
just
he-
wants the head.
He's gonna do the old "I told you so" thing, which I love hearing from Gromlin. He's also an asshole, by the way. Not on the record. All right. Hey, thanks for getting Carl back in mostly one piece.
Well,
Yeah.
good-looking lad like that.
He is ridiculously handsome, isn't he?
It's mind-bending. I've barely been able to think about anything else since we left this morning.
Okay, well, settle down. You're sweating a little bit.
That's the beef tallow.
Gotcha.
Is
You
that
look a
what
little
you use as
greasy.
moisturizer?
A little greasy.
He just started moisturizing today.
It's a dwarf thing.
Is it?
Kind of like that
I'll write
holiday
that
I've
down
been
in my
hearing
journal.
about.
I mean, I'm 77 years old, and look how much better I look in Des at whatever he is.
Wow. That's a harsh comment for your old companion here.
I know,
I think
but
he's just mad about other things.
he's had a lot of years. He's got like tough old leather hide. He's had a lot of years to get used to it.
I'm not that old.
And we're talking to a guy who was described to us a couple of weeks ago as looking like fucking
Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop. So,
Yeah.
he looks like an old Naga hide chair that got left out in the sun for too long.
Yeah.
And
When
then
he
veined
moves,
up.
you can hear the leathery skin crackling. All right. Well, I got to get back to work.
His
We got to
nickname is
bandage this.
Tyrone.
We got to bandage up this beefcake, Carl, and then we got to get back to work. So good luck.
Sounds good.
Happy chopping.
We could go over to the island today. It's only what time of day is it?
Well, look, by the looks of it, it's midday.
I guess we're going to the island.
All right.
If there's another boat coming, do you think our boat is gone?
Well, she
Yeah,
was
they
doing
were leaving.
repairs.
They were leaving this morning.
Hopefully. They hadn't fixed the boat yet, though, when they said that.
You think they're gone? They're probably gone.
Sorry, Nori.
You know where he works.
I know where he works.
Same river.
I
We
know
could
the river.
Back and
stalk him
forth.
down.
To the island.
Okay.
You know what? There's one thing I know, Nori, is that Sailor always comes back where he's left. Dead or alive.
Yeah, there's limited options.
Dead or alive?
No, there's a lot of options, but some of them are just not savory.
How does the dead work? I don't
He's
hear that.
He's coming back. If they drown, his spirit is coming back and is gonna hang around you. Frightening all your other suitors.
That's very clingy.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Didn't your mother ever warn you not to fall in love with a sailor?
No, because we didn't live anywhere near any water.
Just saying.
Well, duly noted. That sounds like a lot.
Yep. That's why I stopped.
Okay. So you guys make your way over to the boat. You get the boat. You are such an adept seaman that you do not need to make any rolls. It is a calm day. By the time you get, let me ask you this.
Hold on. The one time I would get to use my fucking sea vehicle skill.
Hold on. Just wait.
You're gonna rob me of it.
Just wait. Wait for it for a second.
Now you know why Des went sneaking around.
I'm going to ask you a question. Is there anything that you want to do to prepare before you head over? Gear you want to get? Anything that you need to get before you go across to this wonderful island paradise?
Oh,
Bathing suit?
Done.
No.
Is there anything we
Everybody's-
need? I don't even know what we have.
does everybody have rope?
We don't have
Get
any
some
money
rope.
to buy anything. I don't have any
That's
money.
true.
You saw what I had yesterday.
We have some money.
When you made me cry about not going to the island.
We have
I have
tents.
some
Guilt trip.
money in the bag. And you know, like we have some random potions too. Like we've got like this toenail potion.
Oh,
Like-
we still have that?
Yeah, like you know what? I think it makes you
I'm not
really
drinking that.
strong, but you have to drink all of this.
That whole jug?
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
there's-
But do you
I
have to
don't
eat the
think you have to
toenail
eat the
too?
toenail in there, but like you have
Mm.
to drink the whole thing.
I bet it tastes awful.
I bet it tastes like corn chips.
It's probably worth it.
Has anyone ever smelt it?
How did they get that
Corn
toenail
chips.
in there? The neck of that jug is
I
so
know,
small.
right? Magic.
I think it's pliable a little bit.
Like roll it
Yeah,
up
I guess
and
if you
stuff it in.
soak it a
Yeah,
long time,
yeah.
maybe it just kind of like folds up.
Mm-hmm.
Just flat, just, like
It opens
Bring
back
and
up
put it
again
in.
once
It's like those little ships that people build inside of the bottles type of deal.
yeah.
I've seen those. They're cool. Did you ever have one of those, Lachlan? A boat in a bottle?
No. Back where I come from, we usually put booze in our bottles.
That makes more
I
sense.
come from inside the mountain. Boats really weren't a thing.
Hmm.
It was only later in life that moved near the water.
When you were a pirate?
Yeah, well, before I became a pirate, I moved near the water.
Aha! So you admit you were a pirate.
I wasn't a pirate so much as I worked on a pirate ship. And the pirates kind of, we
does that
were
work?
professional
Cutthroat.
freebooters.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yep.
Show us.
No.
Where are they?
On my body.
Where on your body?
Places that,
The gentle dwarf never tells.
that's right.
All of them are hidden?
Well,
Just give us a taste. Show us one.
no.
Hey, let's not pressure him. But I'll tell you what, once I get a tattoo, Nori, I'm going to show everybody. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
I'm getting one too. We're getting it at Null, right?
For sure.
Should get that same one that Carl had there under his belly button.
Yeah, it was cool. It's kind of
Yeah,
tribal.
under his
I don't know.
belly button.
It's kind of like this tribal thing.
Guys saw that.
It's like
Everybody's
Chad
talking-
is brutal.
Oh my God.
lumberjacks get those, and they're called lumber stamps.
Welcome aboard.
Yes, the welcome aboard sailor trans.
That's exactly what it said. Good God. This community we've built.
Do you think
All
we
right.
need an abacus where we're going to? Hold on, I'm looking at the.
Yeah. If you guys need anything, let me know. We can take care of that business and then we can get aboard the love boat and head on over to the island.
Can we get a bomb?
Possibly. Depends on who you ask and how much time you want to spend.
Can we get burned other fumes?
I don't think we want to waste a lot of time because.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
It's like mid-afternoon. By the time you guys get out there, it'll be like late afternoon.
Are we bringing the tents?
Got them already.
I I saw a compass in the store. I kind of had some plans for it, but since we're leaving right now, I don't think those plans are going to come to fruition. Do you think that we should have that in the fog that's out there? I don't know that we're going to be able to see.
It was, from what I remember, it was really expensive.
That was very expensive. And
We're
you know,
broke.
like this lake is only so big.
It's very foggy, though. Okay, well, you know.
Let's make sure we have rope. I got 50 feet of rope. Anyone else have
Rope.
rope?
I got
Have
rope.
rope?
I
Swim?
got a grappling hook. I got a crowbar. Got a hammer.
I also
I got
have
a
a
bunch of stuff.
hammer.
I don't know. What do you think we'll need?
Thinking we might have to climb, so we might want to get a grappling hook.
Nice climbing gear in that store.
That was very expensive.
Yeah, it was.
How expensive was it?
Feel like it was 25 gold.
Maybe we can trade something.
I don't think we need to buy the whole climbing kit. As long as we got some
spikes.
yeah.
Some pitons or whatever they're called.
Yeah, let's get some pitons. Let's get, we got rope. Do we have a grapple hook?
Yeah, I have one. We could get another
We can get another.
if you think we need it.
Get some rations. We don't know, like, what's going to happen. Let's get some torches or some lamps.
Oh, I have a lantern.
I don't have anything, pretty much, so don't count on me for stuff.
All right,
Right.
so let's pick up a couple days worth of rations. Let's pick up another grappling hook. Let's pick up, you know, a few dozen pitons. Let's pick up a couple torches, like 4 torches.
Sounds good. Bleak, why don't you tally up what that's going to cost and subtract it from either your coin cash or the group's.
You can do it from the group.
Oh, I do have pitons, actually.
Okay.
I
Okay.
assume you guys have the money to cover that. It doesn't sound like it's going to be that expensive. So
Yeah, no, I got
Yep.
my new.
yeah. All right. So you'll do the accounting on that. All right, cool. All right. So the 5 of you hop in the little boat and you set off across the lake towards the island. Now, it is a rather clear day. The lake is calm. And you can see before you that there is indeed a fog-shrouded island. And as you get closer, it seemed like a small island from the shoreline, of course, but as you get closer, it sort of looms in front of you, and you can't really see past this cloud of fog that lingers over the top of it. Even though it's a beautiful day with a nice light breeze, it just stays put over this place. And you can get to where you're going, but once you get into that fog, indeed, you do start to get disoriented. It's so thick. Luckily, you have a seasoned navigator on your crew. Lachlan, I need you to make do you have piloting water
I
vessels?
have navigator's tools and vehicles water.
Okay. So why don't you give me a navigation check? If you have proficiency with those tools, you
I
can
do.
do a wisdom plus your proficiency bonus.
Alrighty. That's an 18 plus 5 plus 2, so 25.
Yeah, this is not troubling to you. It may be to the passengers who aren't as used to being out on the ocean, where you've got fog banks that you've sailed through before. This doesn't seem to pose too much of a challenge for you, and you know that there's a big island out straight ahead of you. So you keep your course, you maintain your bearing, and eventually you start to see rocks below the boat. This water is crystal clear, Before you went into the fog, it was dark. You can tell that this is a very deep lake. And as you start to get closer, the fog is still heavy, but you can see now through the water down, you can see the rocks starting to appear. As you navigate through the rocks, give me a piloting water vehicles check to avoid crashing the small boat into the rocks, getting hung up.
Hey, I got a natural 19 plus whatever I'm at.
Perfect. Yeah, not a problem. You eventually beach the craft in this kind of soft, marshy, wet soil. You guys hop out, you lash the bow line to some rocks, and you find yourselves on the island. You look around and it's thick fog. You can't see more than 10 to 15 feet in front of you. What do you do?
Nori would like to start looking for tracks to indicate where these lizard folk might put their feet.
Okay. Give me a investigation check, please. What were you gonna say, Shell?
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because glad I did that. That was a 1.
Oh.
And 15.
Okay. So yeah, you get out of the boat and you start walking around along the shoreline where it's wet and marshy and soft, and you do come across tracks. You can see there are tracks. They look to be similar to the tracks that were pointed out to you by Isaac. Lizard folk tracks.
Print identification.
Yep. Check.
Check. I see some tracks over here, you guys. I see some tracks.
Quiet, because we don't want them to hear us.
Dez is gonna think about Lucky, his familiar, and kind of, I don't know, try to pull him in so he's with us, basically.
Okay. Yeah, Lucky flies in, soars over you, and lands on a rock near you.
Is this place very still? Like, are there creatures around?
You would
You know, like
expect to hear
small
frogs, toads croaking, maybe some birds, some seagulls. You had seen gulls flying over the island from the shoreline, but
They're in the
no,
picture.
you don't hear anything. Thanks for the raid, Prometheus.
Xanthi would like to look for more of that mold or polyps or whatever on the fauna around here.
Okay, well, you don't see any animals, but you can look for it like on
Sorry, the
rocks
flora.
and plants and rocks and that sort of thing. Okay, sure. Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Eh, 12.
Yeah, you do actually see some of it on some of the ferns and the grasses that are growing out of the marshy, wet stuff. It's almost like they're covered. It looks like a vine at first, the way that its growth pattern is, but it's got these polyps that are connected by these mycelial strands that some of the plants are completely covered, almost like it's a spider web over the top of them, and others are just have some infestation and others are not infested at all.
Yeah, Xanthi will like wave the other guys over and like point it out.
What is
You're
that?
muted.
What are you pointing at? Sorry.
The mold.
Lachlan, this is the same stuff that we saw back in Nob. Or, sorry, no, Hamlet. That guy's farm.
Yeah, crazy that it got that far. Are we supposing that maybe that's what's driving the lizard folk weird?
Maybe it's also what was making some of the gnolls weird.
I think gnolls are just weird by nature.
Well, more weird.
Why would a fungus be causing things to be violent and aggressive, even more so?
Well, it's like zombie mold. It like takes over their brains and then makes them do
Oh,
things, like
Saw that
Maybe
movie.
maybe the lizard folk are doing it. Or causing it.
Well, I don't know. The guy, well, for what it's worth, he was saying that the elves that used to live here had some sort of understanding with the lizard folk, and that the lizard folk have changed since then. So
Swamp? Too?
Maybe they're infected. We should follow those tracks, right?
is the fog here hard? What's the fog situation like on the island?
it's thick. It's thick fog. You can see about 15 to 20 feet in front of you. It is quiet. Like I mentioned to Shell earlier, it's like you would expect to hear frogs croaking and birds cawing or whatever, but it's just like dead still. And it feels as though there's no breeze within this strange zone of fog. This fog bank is just different. And it's dark.
So I'm gonna roll out one of our coils of rope, and I'm gonna say, let's everyone hang on to this, just to cut down on the getting lost and having to run around in this like chickens without heads trying to find each other.
Great idea. All right, what are we looking for? Lizard folk?
yeah,
A
we
door?
should be very, very careful and quiet because we're hunting lizard folk.
Well,
I mean,
follow the
can-
tracks.
Yeah, let's try to follow those tracks.
Okay, also, we met one lizard folk and he almost kicked our asses, so let's not be too hasty and engaging with these things.
He was big and angry too. Maybe they're smaller ones. Maybe he was like a guard, or maybe he just hadn't had his breakfast yet.
I don't know, Nori, you're the smallest one here and you're pretty much the most dangerous one, so I don't know if size is really what sort of plays into it.
Thank you, Lachlan.
No problem. So let's follow the tracks as much as we can, and then when we can't, we'll strike out to blindly, but keep a hand on the road. We're not going to tie ourselves, but keep a hand on the road.
All right, Nori, give me a survival check for tracking with advantage as everybody is helping you follow the tracks. As they start to crisscross, there are multiple tracks. It looks like there has been a lizard folk rave out here with paths going everywhere, a lot of
Glow sticks
activity.
around.
There's
There
glow
are,
sticks all over the place.
yep. There are
They're just
pacifiers.
glitter scattered everywhere.
Jesus.
Little confetti.
A 13.
A lot of drug wrappers.
Drug wrappers.
I wouldn't know any of those things. I've never went to
Yeah.
Shelly's been to a lot of raves. All right, so yeah,
Let's move on.
you definitely next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah, you follow the tracks as best you can, but they crisscross in every direction. So you almost just make a set a course and just follow it. But eventually you come to what looks like almost a worn trail, but it's wet and it's marshy, and your feet are kind of sinking in. It's not as wet as the Glasvolk Marsh that you had been in to go see the old Mona Blackwood, but it's wet and your boots are muddy and that sort of thing. And you continue on following tracks, and eventually you see what appears to be a stone wall sort of emerge from the fog. As you get closer, you can start to see it through the fog, and you see a second pile of stones. You can see another broken wall, and it looks like you're starting to reach what appears to be the remnants of whatever ruins were out here.
Are there any other tracks too? These are just lizard tracks that we're following, but I mean, okay, it's been a lizard rave, but like, is there anything else I can see? Skeleton feet or anything?
You don't see anything, but in a lot of the tracks, you're like, they kind of look like lizard folk tracks, but there's, tracks are in all different degree of identification, and some of them are very intact, some of them are weathered, so it's a little hard to say. But forest creatures, for example, right? And you don't see forest creatures, you don't see deer tracks, you don't see like coyote tracks, or, you know, you don't see any mice scurrying away or anything like of that nature. It just seems dead.
What about how fresh these seem?
Some of them seem very fresh.
Fresh, like within the last week, days, that kind of fresh, or
Give me
can I
another
even tell?
survival check. Lachlan, as this is taking place and Nori is examining the tracks.
It's like my third one tonight.
Oh, that stinks.
It's 5
It's
total.
hard to say. It's hard to say. Some of them are filled with water. Some of them look to be a little bit drier. Lachlan, you see ahead, barely in the mist, a little flicker of light.
Anybody else see that? Right up there.
Once he
Like-
points it out, you can see it.
Lights or something.
Yeah, I see it.
That.
Maybe it's a will-o'-the-wisp.
Like those weird balls of light that we saw in the swamp?
Maybe.
Or like someone with a lantern or a torch?
Yeah, well, how's it
Or
move it, Dave? Is move it kind of
firefly.
randomly or not moving?
It's not moving.
Maybe it's a stationary light.
Well, let's walk towards it. It's the first thing we've noticed. That's
Nori's gonna try to be stealthy. I don't know if we're doing that yet, but
I was
dial
just
in on
about
the
to
stealth.
ask. I was just about to ask what your marching order is and how you're moving through this space.
if we're not stealthy, I'll be first. If we're stealthy, I'm not gonna be first.
I'll
Smart.
be third.
I think we should move stealthy. I'll go first if you want.
Or two.
I'll take the rear.
All right, Nor, you're going after
Anthony
Des.
sandwich.
Xanthi's third.
Best thing about a Xanthi sandwich is it can be any kind of sandwich you
Oh.
want. You can
Yeah.
make yourself look like ham, like turkey.
I think I can only
Tuna
turn
salad.
into people. Lachlan.
That's a missed opportunity right there.
Roast beef.
Well, I
Pastrami.
mean, I can turn into Isaac, so.
Pastrami sandwich. That's good. You're making me want a pastrami sandwich.
Can turn into Isaac.
I mean,
Let's
probably.
try something later.
Bacon.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Nori's
I
already
didn't see
forgotten
this.
her sailor. Jeez.
No, that's not what I meant.
We just
That
found a
was
new,
for
a new,
Lachlan.
a new
It
use
was
for
for
Xanthi.
Lachlan.
For
Sure.
Xanthi's power.
Sure.
This could go really. This is very much going the wrong direction.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's not
this
even.
is why they're hunted. Like,
Yes.
changelings.
Exactly.
This is why you
Like,
don't
you
do
have to
that.
live on the
Yeah.
run because they're all being used in
I
dirty,
mean-
dirty ways.
I
That's
wasn't
not
gonna
even-
say it.
Let's.
All right, so Des, are you out in front a little ways, or what's the situation? Lachlan's in the back because he doesn't do the stealth, although you do have the boots. Don't forget about that.
I do, which gives me just basically a
You get
Standard
advantage, I
chance.
think. Yep. Oh, right, because you have disadvantage.
Yeah, sure. He'll be out front a little bit.
Okay. So if you're rolling stealth, do it.
All right, I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
Okay.
same.
Glad I did.
Using advantage.
Okay. It's pretty good. It's 23.
Okay. Very good. Who else is rolling advantage? Who else is rolling
15.
stealth? 15. Okay.
22.
Oh, nice. Someone want to roll for Spug?
Yeah.
Just a straight roll.
Ooh, 5. He's +8 though, right?
I don't think so. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, Wheat Kings. Thanks for coming in here. Just so you know, we do have a giveaway tonight. ! drawing to be entered to win CZRPG's Sit in Alta. Okay.
Did we get a roll for Spuggy?
Yeah, who rolled Spug?
Yeah, I
oh, yeah,
rolled
it
a
was a
5 for
5. That's
Spug.
right.
It was
Yep.
horrible.
So Spug is being loud as hell. He like trips over a branch. He's splashing through like a puddle.
God.
And Desmond, you're watching as you hear Spug splash. God, oh shoot! Shucks! Darn it! Dang!
Spug.
With my
You
13.
see the light in front of you, Des, as you're trying to get towards the light. You get maybe 20 feet away. You can see it kind of flickering. You get 10 feet away, and then you hear Spug, and the light goes out. It's dark.
think they hurt us.
Lachlan, you look to the left as a light lights up right next to you.
They hear us, they hurt.
And I need you to roll initiative.
Right next to you.
Right,
no.
right next to our good friend, Lachlan.
Bug, you bastard.
Spuggy. All right, so let's do this. Give me a
Are we
second.
all rolling?
Everybody's going to roll initiative. I will ask you for it in just a second. Let me get some things figured out here. Oh, yeah. Are you guys good to
You
go
know
a little
what?
bit longer and take care, resolve whatever this is?
When Dave is happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. I am searching for...
I'm Canadian. I'm good for anything.
That's what I hear. I like that about you. All right,
It's our
there it
main
is.
selling point.
Canada, we're good for anything.
We're good for anything. Hi, we're Canada, and we're here to help.
Okay. So I have a map. Let me see if I can figure out how to make this map work this time. Jesus, that was kind of ridiculous.
I rolled a natural 20
Oh,
or a 22.
Oh.
That's amazing. Let's see
That's
here.
pretty.
Did it work? Oh yeah, it worked. All right, so there you are. So there you were. Who's this guy?
We're in a tight
If
spot now.
if the chat could be so kind as to give me a D6 roll.
Don't be
And
jerks, chat.
indeed,
Yeah.
Lachlan was
D1.
correct. You see a will-o-wisp. You've seen these before, apparently, as it materializes right next to you. All right, let me get an initiative roll.
Hey, little buddy.
Shit, I just rolled a natural 20. All right, so 25 to 20. What did you get
Two.
again? Okay.
The net
22.
20.
Okay. All
Des
right.
got
15 to 20.
Des got 24.
Oh, okay. So Des and then Xanthi.
15.
15 for Lachlan. What did you get, Nori?
11.
11 for Nori. And then
Did you
good
add
old
the
Spug.
initiative tracker on this thing now, Dave?
No, man, I'm just barely figuring out how to do this. The fog of war. I need some more tutorials before I go full bore on this thing. But I am by the way, I am liking the new Owlbear. I really do. Now that I've started to use it more, it's coming in.
Yeah,
it's
actually,
got
me
some
too. And
great-
now that you can make, well, now that I figured out how to make folders, which was my big
full,
with it. Now that I figured out how to do it, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yep. All right, so the will-o-wisp gets to go first because I rolled a natural 20.
It doesn't have to attack me. I'm like being nice to it. Also, I have a lot of charisma.
You do.
I do. I have 16 charisma.
So this bright light sheds within this about 10-foot radius around this thing, okay? And it is... What was the D6 roll? Did anybody roll a D6 from chat? I don't think they did. All right. Yeah, if you could roll baptize and plus, just roll, type exclamation mark D6. Yep, there you go. All right, thank you.
1.
Yay! It's probably quantity.
You're absolutely right. Desmond, you see the one that had gone out in front of you pop up right next to you as well. So the first one is going to attack Desmond. with a shock attack as it moves right to you,
Shocking.
and it is going to try and shock you. That is a 15 to hit you. I don't think that
Armor
hits.
class 16.
Yep. So you duck out of the way as it comes at you. You see it out of the corner of your eye. Lachlan, the other one is going to go after you. And I'm going to use, I forgot I have 2 advantages. I'm going to use one here. That is going to be a 19 to hit you.
That hits.
Okay, so that's the first one. D8. That's going to be 9 lightning damage that ripples across you as you get shocked from this thing.
It's not nice.
No. All right, so that is their turn. It is Desmond's turn.
Okay. Dez is going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Back next to Nori. And then I'm gonna pull my sword and hold my action, and if it comes within 5 feet of Nori and I'm gonna strike at it.
Okay. Awesome. Xanthi.
All right. Let's see. She's gonna step out 5 foot and fire on the one that's attacking Lachlan with a fire bolt, and she is going to attack with advantage. Oof. 16, does that hit?
16. Great question. Does not hit.
She would like to use her favored by the gods to add to that roll.
Okay.
And push it up to, let's see, where is it? 2d4.
Ooh, nice.
That would make it 19. Wait, hold on. 21. Ugh,
That hits. 21 hits. Give me some damage. What kind of attack is this again? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
It is firebolt.
Got it. Yep. All right, roll me some damage, please.
Only 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage. Okay. And which one is that on? I think they're numbered 2 and 3.
The one that's attacking Lachlan.
Lachlan, okay. 2 fire damage. All right. It flickers for a moment as you hit it with the fire, and then it shines a bright light again. Lachlan.
I will go ahead and use my bonus action to summon my spiritual weapon.
Nice.
I will drop it right here. I get to attack with it, I do believe.
Yep, you sure do.
And it'll miss. And then I will take a swing on this thing with the sword. I'll spend one of my advantages.
Okay.
It's 18 plus plus. So it's a 23.
Yes, that hits.
All right. And it does 14 damage.
14 damage, and this is what kind of an attack?
It's the Moon Touched Greatsword.
14 damage. Very nice. Okay, yeah, it goes dim as you cut through this ephemeral form, somehow causing damage with your weapon. Nori, or do you want to move? Sorry, do you want to move or anything?
No, I'm gonna stay there. So.
All right, Nori, what would you like to do?
Nori's gonna run up. She's gonna look over at Desmond and nod because she knows this helps him, and she's gonna run up to this guy, this number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bring her sword into being. Slash. try to slash.
Let's do it.
9. Dice hate me tonight.
Yeah, 9 does not hit. You swing and it kind of just dekes out of your way.
That's it.
All right, Spug Noir. Do you want me to run him?
I mean, I can.
You
I just
can
don't
run
have
I
room
can
on
run
my.
him. I don't have his stats right on offhand.
I got it. He will use Firebolt. And he will miss with a 12. Yeah, even with his bonus, +5 doesn't hit. All right. Back up to the top, the Will-O-Wisps. The first one, Nori, is going to attack you. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit. I rolled a 17 plus, so 21.
Yep.
It is going to be a total of 11 lightning damage. You guys watch as Nori is lit up with an attack from this creature. Lachlan, the other one's going to attack you. That is not going to hit with a 12 total. It misses you as you dodge out of the way. Brings us to Desmond. Desmond, you watch Nori just get zapped by this thing.
Des will run up next to Nori. For some reason, I can't drag my token. I don't know what it is.
Have you selected the hand?
Yeah, hand is selected.
You can also use the arrow keys if you have a keyboard.
Yeah, I did. All right. Des is going to pull his second sword.
Okay.
And just swing at this thing.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll use another one of my advantages.
Smart.
Oh. Let me mark off advantage I just used.
I'm glad I did. Sorry, I gotta click around a lot on this computer. That's 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Okay.
Nice job.
Right, that's 10 plus sneak attack. 17 piercing.
Okay. What kind of damage is this? Piercing damage with what weapon?
Yeah, with a short sword.
Okay. It doesn't seem like it does that much damage to it. It dims faintly a little bit, but not like you know, I don't know if you've ever fought these. You probably haven't fought these before, so you're not sure, but for our meta purposes, it's not doing as much damage as you would like.
Right.
All right. Anything else from Desmond?
Yeah, he's gonna bonus action disengage and back up again.
Okay.
Like about that far.
All right. So he runs in, takes a strike, and then gets the hell out of there. Xanthi.
Okay. Xanthi is going to... She's gonna magic missile at what is that? First level.
All right. On the one that's in between Lachlan and his spiritual weapon, or the other one? Or
I
both.
thought that one went out.
Nope, they're still
I
both
give it a good
glowing.
chunk, but-
Yeah, he did a nice hit on it.
Oh, then you know what? I'll do 2 on the one by Lachlan, and I'll do 1 on the one by Nori.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that is first one's 3, second one is 4, and the last one is 5.
Okay, the two missiles that go towards the one near Lachlan fire into, and there's sort of like this mini explosion as the orb shines brightly and then kind of like collapses into itself and disappears.
Got it.
And then what was the third one?
It was 5.
5? Okay. That one does not disappear. It is still there. Is there anything else you want to do, Xanthi?
She's going to move a little closer. But that's it. Just
Okay,
like
that brings us to Lachlan.
I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon 20 feet, which is about where Xanthi is.
What does it look like?
My spiritual weapon is a hammer.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a nice little glowy thing, but when it swirls in the air, there's like a trail of like water behind it, kind of like that would be behind a boat kind of thing, like that kind of swooshes around and it crackles with electricity. And I'm gonna run to here and not be able to do anything, but I will run over.
Okay.
I'll take a look at Nori on the way by. Are you pretty hurt, Nori, or
Reasonably hurt. Yeah. Not t-
really?
Yeah,
Well,
reasonably hurt.
Instead of running there, I'm gonna just walk my 25 feet. And
Just a nice pace. Pace yourself.
Yeah, just sort of, waddle over. And I will give her a I've used my bonus action already to move my thing, so.
All right. That brings us to Nori, actually. Nori, what do you want to do?
This. I'm going to try another swing with my last advantage that I have.
All right.
Here we go. Come on, big man. And I'm going to actually roll dice this time.
Do it.
10.
Uh-oh. No. Shit, Nori.
I'm going to flip this table.
Dude, oh god.
I want to see that.
I need that sword.
All right. Who wants to do some spug work?
I'll do some spug work.
Somebody roll an attack roll for spug. He's gonna fire
Right.
something off. Come on,
I'm gonna roll
spug.
for spug. Here we go.
Oh, thanks, fantasy animal. Nori, you have an advantage.
Oh, thank you.
Start rolling like it.
Yeah. I'll try.
12 plus anything for
Yeah,
him to
12
shoot
plus
a fireball?
5. 12 plus 5 doesn't hit.
17?
He misses.
No?
Yeah, he misses again.
Oh, spug. He'll
Spug. Like,
he'll
shit.
start running up towards us to get a little closer.
Yeah, keep the party together.
I think that's probably good.
That's the
All right.
problem. Bar.
Now it's top of the order, and it is their attack. This one is going to attack Nori. Oh, shit. That is a 17.
It beats.
Oh. All right.
Just don't give me another.
It's only 8 points of lightning damage this time. Desmond,
All right, Des will run up again.
you gotta put this thing down.
Yeah. And attack
Turn
with
the light
a
out.
short sword. That's only a 2. Natural 2. He is dual wielding now, so he's gonna swing with his offhand.
Sounds
Too
good.
bad you don't have that magical dagger anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ah, ha, ha.
So that's 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Nicely done.
Oh, that's only 6 piercing. With
Okay.
sneak attack.
It dims, but it blazes bright again. Anything else, Desmond?
No, that was everything.
All right, Xanthi, come on.
Okay. All right. Fireballs with advantage.
So that will be Wow. Yeah. That's only like 10.
That isn't going to cut it.
Mm-mm.
All right. Do you want to try anything else?
Man, I don't have. I can't do anything special.
Okay. All right, Lachlan. Lachlan can do something.
Yeah, bonus action, bring this thing over to attack. 14 plus my to hit. Not gonna make it. It's my spell bonus to hit, right?
Yep.
So 19. That's not gonna hit, is it?
19 hits.
Oh. Sweet. And this thing does D8. Six plus 3, 9 points of damage from the spiritual hammer.
All right. The hammer clubs into this orb and it glows bright for a moment and then disappears.
Wow.
And it is dark again. Fog blows past you as the threat appears to have been eliminated. And just as you are starting to feel as though you are safe, perhaps, you see around you 1, 2, 3, 4 of these orbs light up, and they just float there.
Let's
We're out
just
of
stay away
initiative
from 'em.
order. So what do you
Let's
guys want to
go.
do?
Slowly back away.
Yeah, I'm going to reach over and grab Nori and start pulling her back. And as I do, I'm going to cast a heal on Nori.
As you kind of all bunch together, they sort of start to circle you a little bit. They don't really get too close to you, but they seem to sort of move around you.
Does anyone speak Elvish?
Oh, I do.
All right, speak Elvish. Tell them that we don't mean any harm. We're here to help or something like that.
Yeah, okay. Stop. I'll, of course, say this in Elvish. We don't mean any trouble. Please don't hurt us anymore.
For the first time since you've been on this island, you start to hear something that's not you. Doesn't sound like an animal, though. It doesn't sound like birds or small rodents on the ground. It sounds like whispering. Hard to make out. It definitely sounds to you, Nori, as if it's in Elvish. The rest of you can't quite make it out. But you give me an intelligence check. Just a straight up intelligence roll. Actually, I'll let you do history if you've got that as a trained.
Oh, cool. Let's not count what I just rolled then. I'm proficient in history.
All right, so roll a history check.
This is a table flip situation. I'm done. Okay,
I think you need to get some new dice.
A 2. So 5 total.
Yep. It seems like it's Elvish, but you can't make it out.
I think the electricity fried my eardrums. I don't know what they're saying.
One of them begins to move. And we're gonna sort of wrap things up here momentarily. Thanks, Vamp, for coming in. Oh, hell yeah. Everybody,
Vamp.
all the
Thanks,
players are getting an advantage. We're gonna need that.
Hey,
The will-o-wisps begin to sort of move. They're not moving towards you. They're keeping a distance, but they're moving in a coordinated direction down what appears to be a trail.
But
One of them leading the way, a
Follow?
second sort of following behind it. A
Can I yell
third
out?
following behind.
Let's follow
Yeah,
cautiously.
let's do it.
Nori's gonna say in Elvish, "We're following, but not in an attack kind of way. Don't interpret this as more fighting."
You continue to follow them. As you now see this broader landscape of this island with the ruins themselves, there are colorful clouds now that you start to see, as if things are starting to come to life a bit. You see old cracked statues, long weathered and fallen and irrecognizable. You see trees that have been stunted and died. You see that the ruins themselves have been covered by vines and moss, and plants have grown and died hundreds of times on this place. The main keep, I guess you might say, the foundations of this keep is on a small rise, which could potentially be the middle of this island. It's hard to tell. But you follow these wisps as they circle this keep. Oh, sorry, that's your spiritual weapon. As you're walking through this place, you look around and you see, indeed, especially as you get like right here, Lachlan, you can see that there are large pustule-like mushrooms that seem to be growing on the vegetation in the cracks and crevices around this place.
I'll point that out to the rest of them.
You continue moving, and they seem to stop in this area here, and you can see as you come around the corner, Lachlan, and being the first to see it, the rest of you coming along as well, that there is what appears to be an entrance, some worn entrance to something.
Oh man, we suck underground.
It leads into darkness. You look closer, Lachlan, and you can see that perhaps at once it was an archway that was adorned with intricate carvings, but they've long faded. Their secrets weathered beyond recognition, lost to history. And it just looks like it could be mistaken for just a fissure beneath the foundation, or a cave, an animal burrow perhaps, but it looks, as you look down with your one tick mark in lizard folk track identification, that there are lizard folk tracks leading into this. This is the lizard folk hideout that you have found. Let me move the map for people to see this.
All right, time to go home.
And these will-o-wisps just linger.
Well, I guess we're going down.
Looks like it.
The source of the problem. And did you steal those mushrooms?
Yeah.
This whole place is probably infested.
Well, I'll go first. Then we'll head in. To the dark.
Lachlan kind of crouches down and sneaks in through this hole. As you look into the hole, Lachlan, you can see that there is a bit of a drop off. It looks like you're going to need your climbing equipment.
Gonna need the rope.
You take a few minutes, you fasten the grappling hook to the rope, you get it secured, you drop the rope down, you can hear the rope when it hits the ground of whatever lies in the darkness. For those of you that have dark vision, you could see that there is down below a cavern that heads off into darkness, and it's obscured by the ridgeline of the topography of the interior of this cave. But once you drop down, there's certainly some sort of a corridor.
I'll wait till everyone's down, and then. Nor are there any tracks down here?
I'll check as soon as I pop down.
So one by one, each of you comes down the rope, and you find yourself standing in this dank, wet cavern.
Our job is so glamorous.
Yeah.
And with that, my friends, we will end tonight's session. We'll find out next week when we come back what you have discovered in this dank, dark cavern. I'm sure it's going to be totally wholesome. You should be fine. Nothing to worry about. Hey, thank you guys for sticking around and putting up with that catastrophe we had at the middle of tonight's session. That was weird. But we made it. We made it through, you guys. Nice job.
We got attacked by light bulbs.
I know, you totally called it too. I was like, shoot, he called it. Hey, thanks everybody for hanging out with us in the chat too. We appreciate you guys sticking out the technical difficulties. We are going to give away this loot, so I'm going to put the information back in the chat. ! Drawing to get a chance, your chance to win a copy of this sweet Syrinscape. It looks really cool. I don't know a whole lot about it. I think it's new-ish. But let me bring up there's Isaac. God, Isaac, what a guy, huh? There we go. There's the graphic for Syrinscape.
That's a mustache.
Isn't it? Let's go back to that for a minute just to
It's
gaze
pretty
upon
badass,
that.
actually.
Look at that guy.
He looks like
Nori's gonna have to go find him after he's better.
that
Hot for
dodgeball movie. Remember when what's his face was the bad guy in there?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's Isaac and good old Carl. Oh my God, what a hunk.
Carl was a beefcake, man.
Look at him. He's gorgeous. I love this app. Have you guys ever used this thing? Not a sponsor, but this app is cool. It's called Portrait Works. It's pretty sweet. Anyways, all right, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to give away loot. Okay, this is from CZRPG. Big shout out to our friends over there for hooking us up with stuff to give away, like Syrinscape. So ! Giant, let's go ahead and do this. If you wouldn't mind, Ashley, with the 5-second countdown, please.
All right, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here it comes. Bow splitter.
Bow splitter.
That's
Bow
a new
splitter.
one.
Is the bow splitter in the house?
Really shows that Carmen wasn't in the chat tonight.
Cardman's here. Cardman is entered to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Cardman. Where's Bow Splitter?
Yeah.
There you are. Hey!
Yeah.
I will connect with you after the stream and get your information, and we'll get you a link so you can download this content and let us know what you think of it. This stuff is cool. I've used a lot of their stuff in our games, and I really appreciate the stuff that they put out. So thank you all for hanging out with us. Let's go ahead and tell people who we are, where we can find them, and what we have coming up that we want to plug. Let's start with Christian. Let's start with you, sir.
Hey, Bleak Season, the Bleak Season on the Twitter. You can find me right here on Thursday doing the first of a 3-part Shadowrun game. And starting next week, also I have a 2-part mouse guard game on my own Twitch channel, which is Twitch the Bleak Season there also. So that'll be running over the next 2 weeks. The mouse guard, and then back here next Tuesday for some more Greyhawk.
Hell yeah. Nice. I can't wait to see that mouse garden game.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool.
That's great. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, man. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. You can find me here on Tuesdays for this show, Heroes of Greyhawk. You can also find me on our Facebook page and our Discord. So come on and check us out.
And are we on Foursquare?
Does that exist anymore?
I don't know.
Foursquare?
What is
love
that
that.
one? I haven't heard of that one.
MySpace?
Foursquare is like you could check in at locations.
Yeah.
Like and show your friends that you were
It
checked
was so
in.
like
I went to
2000s.
Applebee's.
Bring
As
back
long as we're on
MySpace.
MySpace. That's all good.
Isn't that also the name of that game where you smash the ball in the 4 corners on the playground?
I think
That was
so,
great.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Old school.
Dude,
That was so fun.
we should play that at GuildCon this year.
Hell
To
yeah.
the death.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's coming up
That's
great.
All right. Well, maybe not the death. All right. Let's jump over to Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and Twitter and Discord. Come check us out over on our Discord server. We have a lot of fun over there. You can find me here every Tuesday night playing Desmond, sneaking around, catching curses, having fun.
You're due.
Also helping out Thursdays with Bleak's games. It's been a lot of fun over there too. Come check us out.
Thanks for all the great RP and the production, Andy. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We've got a great crew of people. You're seeing a bunch of them here on the screen, but there's a great community over on our Discord that you should definitely come and check out. People like Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Hey, sup? This is Shelly, and I am found on Twitter at RealFleaMonkey and Twitter in the chats. You can also find me doing Tithalanos' Homebrew World of Serenthi on Wednesdays with Pathfinder 2E, and then back here Tuesdays doing this.
Doing dis. Thank you so much, Shelly, for being here. I love watching your garden grow. Just out of curiosity, is anybody taking bets on who Nori is going to finally select for their first their first NPC like love affair?
Rendezvous.
There's so many options.
Nori's
There are
just
a
like
lot
a
of
butterfly
options.
flitting from
A
one
lot of
flower to
juice.
the next.
Sure, her heart is got a letter E on it right now, though.
Well, you know, when you're the
Earl.
total package, you got a lot of
Earl.
options.
Earl's the best. I love Earl.
When you're the turtle package. When you're the
The
turtle
The
package.
turtle package.
Okay.
What is
wow.
that?
Here
Is that
we
like
go.
a sailor thing?
Don't ask.
I don't know what that is.
Don't ask. Don't ask. Stop.
I thought it was just
It's a
cute.
riverboat thing, yeah.
Okay, then never
Riverboat
mind.
romance. Ooh, riverboat romance.
That's a good episode title.
Yeah. We're
A
gonna
whole
have to
episode.
totally have to do it. All right, look, we're gonna do that some other time. Right now, we're gonna raid into our friend Darling Creep Show. I want to say thank you all for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate you. Make sure you come back for Shadowrun on Thursday. We'll see you next week for more of this. There's lots going on. Happy 4th of July, all that jazz. Thank you so much. I'm gonna start this raid, and I'm gonna stop talking before the raid starts because I have been alerted that I get cut off at the end of every stream. So I'm not gonna do that this time. I promise that I will make sure that I stop talking before we do the stream. I promise you that.
I think you probably just did it again.
Yeah,
I think you did it on purpose.
your mouth was
Yeah.
I think you meant to.